Right, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Where are we at? Camera. That's it there. So we got that. I just need to go over here. Good. Okay. Someone on here is running. There we go. Live. There we go. Right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. How we all doing? Everyone good? Everyone good? Fantastic stuff. I hope you've had a lovely week away. Or 2 weeks. I thought, shit, it's been 2 weeks so we haven't been live. That's because we're going to try and reduce down the podcast down to probably twice a month. Maybe even just that once a month. How's everyone been? How's everyone having a good summer? Well, I think we spoke about that last time. I just want to let everybody know that today... What? What's today's date? The 20th, right?
No, it's not the 20th.
Oh, sugar.
What are you on about?
It's the 17th.
If we give the wrong...
Well, last week on the 14th, sorry, this week on the 14th, you know what day it was? I'll tell you what day it was. Be Bald and Free Day.
Oh, okay.
What kind of things they come up with? Ladies and gentlemen, just want to let you know, welcome, Martin. How you doing, my man?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's enthusiastic as ever.
I'll be, fucking well enthusiastic. Welcome, YouTube. Welcome, TikTok. Hey, Maya, how you doing? Let me just say hi. There we go. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a special guest, Jake. How you doing, Jake?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, good, man. Just going to introduce Jake a little bit. He's a life coach. He's a author. He is a fitness trainer. So if you've got any questions to ask this dude, please bring them on through. And personally, I prefer to watch you guys come onto YouTube because it's much better. We've got all kinds of cameras going left and right, got the music going. Oh, sugar. Actually, Mark, would you pass me that headset there? And
this
yeah, please. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot for TikTok before. Hang on one sec. Is there anything coming out of this? Yeah, perfect. That's all right, mate.
Yeah, so enough slack, yeah?
Yeah, that's perfect. So they got a bit of... There we go. Okay. How's that volume coming out on TikTok? Any good? We'll get a response in a minute. Yeah, so, damn it. I keep forgetting the date. So today's the...
17th, isn't it?
17th. Jesus. 17th. Right, so on the 14th of October, it was Be Bored and Free Day. And on the 21st, which is... Tuesday? Coming? 21st?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
It's Count Your Buttons Day.
What's today then? Why have you not said today?
School's out, baby. Huh?
What's not today? What's today?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? There's a thing for every day.
Well, this is October. We had on the 4th of October we had World Smile Day, and the 9th and 10th was, here we go, Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur, yeah.
Yom Kippur, Jewish varies.
Just like a Jewish holiday. Yeah.
Jewish holiday. Then on the 14th we had Be Bald and Free Day. I mean, obviously Jake has a full set of hair. It's a great set of hair.
Getting grey.
Is it? Yeah, but it's looking a bit like that George Clooney-ish, greyish look, isn't it? Is it?
Silver fox.
But, I mean, you don't look like George Clooney. It's just your hair. It's a little bit George Clooney-esque. And oh, mate.
I haven't looked at his head.
No, I missed my favourite day of the year.
Steak and blowjob.
No, not the steak and no. You know,
that's not the favourite one.
My favourite day.
Oh, pirate day.
Be a pirate. I be a pirate. I be. We missed out on the 19th of September, ladies and gentlemen. How? I'm sorry. Don't shoot me or slap me. Jesus cracky. Oh, sorry, it's blasphemous. I shouldn't be blaspheming. Anyway, back to the show. Frankenstein Friday. You ever heard of that?
No.
That's on the 25th, and on the 31st is Halloween. So that's the dates of that out the way. You know?
Fuck me, is that font big enough?
What, man, that was...
Jesus Christ.
That was accidental.
They could probably see that from YouTube, can't they?
Mate, I'll tell you what, when the computer printed that out that large, I was like, thank God, my eyes. It's going to save my eyes. You know what I mean?
The computer didn't just decide to do that.
I don't know how I did it. I really don't know how I did it. I mean, you know, I'm not the most... Jake, you'll see that I'm not the most computer literate guy.
Yeah.
If stuff comes out, it was lucky. You know, hey Janet, how you doing? Hey Shane, how you doing? Please like, thumbs up on the. I don't know what they do on TikTok, so you know. A couple of weeks ago we talked about the digital ID and where it's actually going, and I know it's a form of control that it's gonna be, but I don't wanna. I just want to start the show off, to be honest with you, with grind my gear. Have you guys got to grind my gears? Have you got to grind my gears this week? I've got to grind my gears. Have you got anything that grinds your gear? Sorry, Jake is new to this. First time he's done this, so he doesn't know the kind of questions I'm going to ask. Yes, he should have done his research. He should have. Poor sucker. And so I'm just going to ask him, what grinds your gears?
I think.
Sorry.
I think
Excuse
one
me.
of the person. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I think when I'm in a car and driving, I try not to get road rage, but when the traffic lights go green and someone takes ages to pull away, it's like, come on, you've been sitting there this whole time waiting for the traffic light to go green. It's gone green. Why are you not ready?
And then when they go, as about you're going to go, it goes red.
Yeah.
That
winds me up
So are you
slightly.
trying to tell me you've never given it horn? You never...
There may have been times when I was younger.
I like this guy, the way he's answering.
Aggressive.
Very, 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 what's the word? No, Martin, you know, you're
diplomatic.
diplomatic. See, Martin is the dictionary around here. He helps me out with certain words, don't you, Martin? You know.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't call me a dictionary.
You translate.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does
He
actually.
speaks the Greek. Yeah.
You see, if I was a woke keep it now, I'll be suicidal.
What?
If I was a wokey.
A woke? Oh, right.
Yeah.
I thought you said like woke keeper or something. Oh, I was like, it's like some weird greenkeeper, but for the woke.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
No, I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So, there we go. So car stuff, you're trying to tell me, gets you angry. Do you start to see red?
I am. Fortunately, I know many methods to calm myself down. But yeah, there's been occasions when I was younger where I may have tooted the old horn slightly.
So,
but that's when you then feel bad when you drive past and realise it's a sweet little elderly lady or elderly gentleman that probably couldn't help it.
it's okay.
Then you feel bad.
See, I forgot you're a life coach, so you got you're probably one of them people that count to 10.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll get to 1 and I'm like still ready to rip someone's head off. You know what I mean? I'm a bit. It's the Greek in me. It's a little bit hot tempery, you know. And
yeah, the Europeans do love a horn, didn't they? Okay, straight away, like, beep.
hold on. There's difference.
I said Europeans. I didn't.
Yeah, Mediterranean, mate. You know.
Is that not in Europe?
Yeah, but that's what see, this is what I was talking about, eradication of identities, right? When, like, an American, he'll say, hey, man, I'm going to Europe for the summer,
Yeah.
right? What do you mean Europe? Where in Europe?
Okay. Sure, on the other foot, you're going to America for the summer.
Yeah, I'm going to America. They'll be like, where are you going? I'm going to Tennessee.
All right, and then they'll go, oh, I'm going to Greece.
Yes,
or they're going to Italy. I mean, what's your point? Like, America is a continent.
I know.
That's 51 countries, essentially the same.
Yeah, 51 states. 50 states, or is it 51?
50.
No, it's 50.
50, any minute 51st state.
Yeah,
Would be
There's a film.
Yeah,
50.
yeah. That's a good.
That's
That's
a
a
great
good
one.
movie. Yeah, really good movie. I like that. 51st state with
Gene Hackman, Will Smith.
and Will Smith. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, that's right. The Will Smith that slapped. Is it Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
No,
Um,
not Kevin Hart. Chris
wasn't
Rock.
Chris Rock. Sorry. Yeah.
wasn't
yeah.
Kevin Hart? Chris
Yeah.
Rock. Yeah.
Keep my wife's name out of your mouth. You know, you're like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, that wasn't handled properly.
No, a bit of slap it. Do you reckon you could have given him some life coaching tips?
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah?
100%.
And what would your advice be?
I would have waited.
If you were sitting right next to Will Smith,
Yep.
and you saw him just about to get up like that,
I would have said wait until the after party.
yep,
Approach him at the after party.
yep,
Explain to him that you've upset my wife.
yep,
I know you're a comedian. It's what you do, but if you could apologise to my wife, it'd mean the world to me. If 9 times out of 10 you approach someone like that, they're
Yeah.
going to turn around and go, "Yeah, sorry, man. I didn't mean it. I was just doing my job." Blah 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 blah. And he would have probably apologised. If he then didn't apologise and he's being an arsehole about it,
yeah.
that's when you can probably take him outside. When you're not on camera, the whole world's not watching. Then maybe that's when you can possibly get a little bit more in his face. But really, the way to handle it was not walk up on stage where kids and role model. You know, you're a role model to kids, and you're just slapping someone like that. He's a comedian at the end of the day. It's his job, isn't it?
Well, he's one of my favourite artists, actors.
What, Will Smith?
Will Smith, yeah. And
mine too.
You know, and when he done that, and not only that, I've been looking into the background, his history.
He does a lot of life coaching too, and he has a lot of good advice that he gives people. And when you do something like that, you just undo everything.
See, you can listen. You know what? You can give advice, but it don't mean you can take it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, look at his family. It's delinquents. They're what's the word? They're dysfunctional. Is that unfunctional? What's the word? Dysfunctional. Thank you very much. Dysfunctional. And I mean, his son, I think, is trans. His wife was shagging his son's friend, you know, and it's all out on the table. Have you ever seen that? I discussed it, and I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is going on here? It's just, bruh, it's not right. That's all I got to say. It's not right. You know, you can't. But this is Hollywood. Hey, Hawa-chan, how are you? Paulini? Yeah. My dyslexia is hard to read some people's names,
fine, yeah.
Let alone my own writing.
It's probably Pauline.
Pauline?
Like the female
Pauline.
Yeah,
Pauline. Right. So.
Well, I don't know. I'm not reading. I'm guessing.
Grind my gears. You got to grind my gears?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I mean, just general stuff like the driving stuff, but.
Yeah. No. What?
It's one of those, isn't it? Like.
Well, my grind my gears is on that driving stuff. Well, or just one of them is, and the other one isn't.
It's more. It's just the indicator shit. I mean, that's annoying when you're waiting at their thing and they don't go. But
no,
it's more like you're waiting there. I could probably go. No, I'm not going to go. And then they put the indicator on as they're going around. You're like, oh, fuck's sake. And then, yeah, and then you're going to go, and then you can't go. And then now you're ready to like rag it out in front of someone because they just pissed you off.
I can't be doing that. You're at the lights. You want to turn. I mean, it's two lanes on the lights, right? And you park on the right-hand lane. There's no indication in front of you or anything.
Yeah.
As soon as the lights go green, they indicate that they're turning right. So they've stopped the lane that you're in to proceed.
Yeah. Oh, are you talking about down there?
Everywhere.
Oh, right.
You know, you just got morons that
That's
don't
the classic one in the Abbey to go up Monkswood Drive. And you're like, they've got no indicator, I can get in this lane because this should go because there's parked cars there, so it's better to be in the right-hand lane. And then as they pull out, they've got the indicator on, and then you're like, I'm stuck now, I can't pull out because no motherfucker will let you out, will they?
This is what I mean. It pisses you off because, like, I could have allocated for that. If you're going to turn right, I could have been in the other
lane. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so my grind my gears is them dudes, right, that sit in the car with the seat as far as back as possible and their arms barely reaching the steering wheel. They're like this.
Yeah.
Like a gangster lean. And their head is barely above the steering wheel. Isn't that a dangerous position to be driving in?
Yeah. Terrible.
Don't they get stopped by the police?
Wow.
Okay, but then what about a short lady that can barely see over the steering wheel?
Well, but the thing is, she can put booster seat up, booster seats up, you know. But these dudes, they make the seat go as low as possible if it can go that low, and then they put the back of the seat as far back as possible.
It's about image, though, isn't it, for them?
Like they're gangster, and you're like, bro, how does that make you gangster? It's like them guys that wear their jeans halfway down their thighs, exposing their backside and their pants. How does that make them gangster? You know that in prison, it's a thing where.
I mean, is that true? Is that one of those?
No. In prison.
Nah, because that was isn't that like a viral thing that isn't true?
No.
I swear that was.
Well, I've seen prisoners on the documentaries with prisoners.
What saying
that's
that?
Yeah.
What documentary is this?
Bro, it's like 5-10 years ago I saw this documentary. You know, people were wearing their pants around their flipping ass. Remember where I come from, you know what I mean? So they were wearing that there for ages, years ago. You know,
Yeah,
and then I saw
yeah.
I saw a documentary, right? And it's a part of the prison culture where it's like you're available if you have it like that, and yet they're doing it around the streets, and I don't get it. Are you parading around the streets, or just it looks cool? Because it don't look cool. It looks stupid, absolutely ridiculous. You know, man. So that's one of my grind my gears. You know, and also the Yanks.
What do you mean the Yanks?
Well, the Yanks, man. I hate it when they say y'all. Y'all people need to listen up instead of you all. Speak English, man.
They've made their own language, haven't they, America, because they wanted to separate from England. So that's probably why.
Yes, it's like a southern thing,
Right.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
y'all.
yeah.
They want to identify as.
But it's
different.
it's lazy talk, though, isn't it? Y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just total like you all.
Yeah, but
Period.
don't you go, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
don't go, you know what I mean.
No.
So that's
You know
lazy
what
talk.
I mean? What I mean?
Yeah. So you're saying like a yeah or a yeah. You're not going, you know what I mean?
So I take it you're all right with that then. It's
I mean, depends who's saying it.
a yank.
If it's a country girl saying, y'all want to come over tonight? I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, but y'all, that means a load of people. But they can even for singular.
It doesn't matter, yeah. It's just
Y'all
that, it's
wanna
just
come
how
back?
they say it.
Come
So-
back. Come on back, yo. Good buddy. Yeah. So tonight I've got a thing about perception of sexy accents.
Okay.
And AI, with the help of AI, ladies and gentlemen. My researchers, with my researchers are sent out there far and wide to find and research these things. And they we'll talk about regional accents, and we'll also talk about global accents, you know? So let's start off with welcoming Jake once again, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Jake?
Yep, good.
Now, Jake, I wanted to ask you I've got some questions to ask you regarding personal training, my man.
Okay.
Right. So on your personal training, what inspired you to become a personal trainer?
That would have been my granddad. He was a PTI in the army, and I grew up hearing all these stories, and he's all mega fit. He's in his 90s now, and he's still pretty
God bless
fit.
him, man. Give him one of these, ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen.
What is that a
So
personal
PTI,
training?
Yeah, so PTI is basically personal. Oh God.
Trainer, instructor.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
okay, it's just for the army. If you
yeah.
did
How many
like
times
that,
I've answered that question and it caught me off guard? But yeah, if PTI, it's basically personal training instructor or something in the army.
Okay.
It's bad that I can't answer that, but yeah. So
Hey, Hilly.
my granddad would be ashamed of me.
He's 90 years old.
PTI. I think he's 94 now. And
Do you reckon he'll hang in there for a letter?
I think now time's catching up with him because my nan is not very well.
Oh.
She's now bedridden, and I think he's starting to finally give up on life a little bit now.
How old is she?
She's 93, I think, and he's 90. No, sorry, she's older. He's 93, she's 94, I think.
Cool, blimey.
I'm losing track of the ages now because they're getting.
So, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you know their eating habits?
So my granddad has always eaten. So Fred, his name is Fred Morrell. He
God bless you, Fred.
Yeah, I wish he was watching actually, but he wouldn't know how to.
Sorry,
he wouldn't know how to tune in. Bless him. So he's always eaten healthy, but he's always eaten. I mean, lean foods like chickens, your steaks. He's stayed away from bad stuff really.
So I mean, like, because obviously 90 years old, he growing up from like.
Well, he used to eat apple cores.
1930s.
Well, when he was a kid.
40s. Sorry.
When he was a kid, he obviously they grew up just literally after the war, and they're so poor that they used to beg him and his brothers and sisters used to beg the rich people for their apple cores because they'd eat the apple and then they'd chuck the apple core away.
Yeah.
And they'd ask for the apple core and they'd eat the apple core, and that's pretty much what they lived on. So not a healthy beginning in life from a nutritional point of view, but that's what they lived on. But I believe, although nutrition's obviously vital in so many ways, what's kept my granddad going is exercise. He has always made sure he goes for walks. He gets 16 to 20,000 steps in a day, and he makes sure he does it. If he doesn't get a chance to go out for a walk, he'll walk around the living room, and he'll make sure he gets his steps in. He still does his press-ups. He doesn't want a chair now because he can't get as low now that he's in his 90s. He doesn't want a chair.
So he's like a Captain Tom.
Mate, yeah, he doesn't, exactly,
Captain Tom.
Captain Tom.
Arr.
Yeah, so there you go, Captain Tom, Fred Morrell.
Good
he
on
was,
him,
he was a
man.
Lieutenant Fred Morrell.
Well, see, I was going to say, well done, we'll salute you, Lieutenant Fred Morrell, 93, 4, 5 years old.
Yeah, one of them
in the 90s. Yeah,
in the 90s.
Yeah. But that's just it. I see a lot of elderly people that have grown up, after the war kind of thing, like the 60s, 70s, and they grew up on egg and bacon, eating it for lard, and and they didn't suffer with a lot of health issues. Now, is it something do you think that it's the ingredients that they put in?
100%.
So it's not the
adamant.
So it's what they're putting in food that is killing us.
Yeah. I'm certain. I mean, I haven't got the scientists with me to back me up on everything, but I am certain that all the chemicals and things that they're putting in our foods now, they're tampering with our food so much that it's going to have an effect on us. I read somewhere, again, you've got to be careful what you read online. There's a lot of false information out there, but I have read online that they pump cows full of female hormones to make the cow believe it's pregnant, so it produces more milk, and those female hormones are obviously going into the milk. So again, that's going to affect. Well, it's going to affect men probably more than it make females more feminine, but it may affect men in certain ways as well.
Isn't that part of the plan for nowadays to make men a bit more effeminate?
I don't know what their plan is.
I think it is.
Their plans. I mean,
because men suck apparently. Men are useless. Men.
Well, there's a thing out there called toxic masculinity, which
that's ridiculous. We've talked about that a lot. Just toxic femininity. There's like no such thing of toxic.
I think they need to stop labeling it. Anyone can be toxic.
Yeah,
doesn't matter what you are.
Exactly. So why are they always putting it as masculinity? Like it's men is the root of all evil. Yet women are the angels of society, and that's not true. There's a lot of demonic women out there.
The thing is, I mean, masculine behaviour tends to go down the routes of more physical. Women are more verbal, but it doesn't matter. You're still toxic. If you're verbally insulting someone, that's toxic. If you're physically insulting someone, that's toxic. Men tend to go down the physical route more than women. Not always, but research and science shows that.
No, I agree. But what I'm trying to get at is that when you say that word toxic masculinity, is that a lot of women use that, and a lot of wokies use that word toxic for men, and you're like, hold on a minute. So being masculine, being in your masculine energy is toxic, right? That's the definition of it. It's toxic masculinity. So it's toxic being a man. So what do you mean? What is toxic about being a man? Because the thing is, a lot of women are complaining that men are not talking to them anymore. They're not walking up to them to have a chat with them or try to pull them or anything, because men are scared. They're scared to go out to women because they don't know what they're going to get. A slap, call the police, I'm being harassed.
Well, yeah, it's hassle, isn't it?
Harassment.
What's the point?
Yeah. So it's like,
I think the root cause of a lot of this is the individuals. When you're insulting someone, whether you're calling them toxic or whatever, if you're insulting someone, it's usually a mirror image of how you feel about yourself deep down. And
this is the life coaching things or the well-being things. And we're going to get to that easy, my son. See, I asked one question and then about 50 questions come off of that one question. That's why it takes us so long sometimes. Sorry, but we got to know these things. Hey, KC, what's up? Let me just press that high button. There you go. And we also have an Anton Bird. Okay. Yeah. So I'll tell you the irony of it. Okay, the irony of it is women call men, or a lot of men, toxic, right? Yet they're complaining the men they meet are too effeminate.
Well, I mean, you can only... The thing is, the clue's in the name of everything, isn't it? I can't give you offence, you can only take it. So it comes down to the individual. You can call me what you like, it's up to me how I respond to that. So when you get men calling women names, you get women calling men names, it's not necessarily the person's fault who you're insulting, it's your own fault for how you're reacting to it. And you got to work on yourself. That's the problem with the world now. We're trying to mollycoddle everyone. We're trying to protect everyone's feelings. And you can't do that. It doesn't work. You're not preparing people for the world, because the world's not a nice place. There's good people in the world and there's nice things in the world, but it's not a nice place. There's a lot of horrible stuff. And if you're not preparing people for that, you're going to get a generation where they're going to say, oh, that's toxic masculinity, that's toxic feminism, that's this, that. But really, it's down to the individuals. They're not prepared for the world. You can only take offence. You can't give it. Well, I can't give you offence. I can't offend you unless you choose to be offended.
Look, this is what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand. The less offence you take on something, right? I mean, if Martin said to me, you bubble, I'm like, fair enough. If that's what the description was back in the 70s and 80s, you know, they'll call you a bubble, you know what I'm saying? From where you come from, I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's racist, you know what I mean? But
I mean,
it's not offensive. I don't find it offensive. You know, there's so many things that...
It's harder when you're young, though, like say that they're at school age and stuff. And you're with like a group, it's that you feel like everyone's in with the person that said it, because they're not actively like denouncing it. So you're like, oh, you start feeling shamed. So it's quite hard then. But I feel like when you get older or whatever, you start going, well, unless you've got a thick skin and you're used to it all the time.
The thing is, there's right and wrong. You shouldn't ever go out to try and hurt someone's feelings and stuff. But from a young age, kids will do stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's like
kids are horrible at times. You know, we've all been there. We've all probably done stuff when we're kids, and you look back and think, you know, I shouldn't have said that. Do you know what I mean? I shouldn't have behaved like that.
100%,
and that's part of growing up. You can't take that away. All you can do is prepare. If you've got a child yourself, prepare that child for what's going to come, because it's going to come. Regardless of how much they try and stop people saying stuff, people are going to say stuff. That's the world we live in. And it's never going to change. They can try and stop kids saying things. They can try and make things racist, not racist, you know, sexist, not sexist. But unfortunately, the world we live in, things are going to get said. So the only way you can deal with that is by exposure therapy. It has to be voluntary, but you have to expose yourself to things you don't like. I don't particularly like talking on things like this.
You just look a little bit nervous.
You know,
don't worry, mate. Female beers down, you'll be all right. I mean, ask Martin.
You know, well, that's what I mean. So you have to expose yourself to things in life that are difficult and not very nice, and that's the only way you build resilience. And then that's how you deal with it. You don't sort of hide behind things. Oh, he called me a name, or he's racist, or she's sexist, or because all right, they are. How are you gonna? What are you gonna do about it? Like, you can only respond. You can only control how you respond.
Yeah, I mean that's the classic, isn't it? At school.
I mean,
if you reacted like it really got to you.
Yeah.
They keep doing it, didn't they? Because they know they could get something out of you. You're like, it doesn't bother me, and they're like, okay, eventually we're gonna leave that alone because it doesn't really. We're getting nowhere.
If you said to me, oh, you've gone really grey. You've put on weight. You don't look like a fitness trainer. You know, if I turn around and go, how dare you?
Yeah.
You know, like, what are you on about? I train all the time. I'm going a bit grey. You know, then you're going to get a kick out of that, and you're going to do it more. If I turn around and go, you know what, you're right. I've let myself go a little bit lately. I've just had 2 twin boys. You know, I'm getting a little bit of a dad bod. I've gone a bit grey. You know, you're awesome, by the way. I wish I looked like you. Do you know what I mean? Turn it round. You know, that's how you handle stuff like that. It's
like what were the
you
back
kill
then,
it.
and then
You
it's
kill it
like,
with kindness.
oh, okay, yeah, exactly. That's a great thing.
It's really hard to be horrible to someone when they're being nice.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
If I'm trying to say to you, you're a dick, and you go, yeah, I know I can be sometimes. I want to learn from you, Jay. I'm sorry, you know. I'm sort of like,
oh, shit.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, what do I say back
Where
to
do I
that?
go from
Do you
here?
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's how you kill it.
Yeah.
But we're teaching it all wrong these days. We're teaching. Basically, you say one thing and you're just terrified. You get branded a label and
Yeah. I mean, listen, like these people up in Epping, right? Over that hotel.
Right.
Okay. How all these people have been branded as racists, bigots, fascists, and you're like, hold on a minute. Hang on a minute. Why are you calling these people this? Because, like, there's been an assault on a couple of girls up there, you know? And it's like, well, if I'm a parent, you know what I'm saying? And as a parent, you don't want anybody, regardless where they come from, doing stuff like that. But when you've got a culture that is not compatible with our culture and it's totally different from where they come from, they need to be integrated, assimilate into society. But they're not doing that. So if you're not doing that, you got to get out, because you're just going to constantly go against the laws of this country. Because the other side of it is that you go against the laws of this country because you feel your laws are above the laws of man. If you know what I mean. You know, like their religious beliefs outweigh the laws of the land. Because the word of the book is the word of God. So the word of God is above any man's law. But hold on a minute. Does it say in the book to touch up little girls? Well, in that particular book, look it up where Aisha. So anyway, moving on from that, how do you tailor fitness your plans for different clients?
That was quite a different swing, wasn't it? I was like, where are we going?
Because I'm trying to not go down the political route.
Curveball, you do some work.
Because I'll slip it in. I mean, like, just
don't do
know,
that too often.
Yeah, I mean, just know you lot there and you lot there and whoever, what camera we're looking at. Hang on a sec. Yeah.
Well, I think everyone's.
What was the question again? I can't remember. Yeah. Say the question again. Let's get that. How do you tailor
your fitness plans, Jake, for different clients?
Well, you have to sit down and have a chat with the client. You have to have realistic expectations as well, because some clients, you will get some clients that expect to work out for a week and then look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, like, it's not going to happen.
You know what? I saw that video that you posted with this guy. You worked over a good few months with him. He was quite chubby, and he was doing pull-ups.
Yes.
Yeah, you remember him now?
Yeah.
And by the end, how he got his figure in his body and stuff.
Yeah.
How many months was that? 6?
That took about 6 months to get him. And bear in mind as well, you know, he could only afford to train 3 times a week, because obviously, you know, I'd go as cheap as I can for him.
Yeah.
But so you're training 3 times a week. What you do in the rest of those days affects it as well.
Yeah.
So we were working very hard in those days, but the biggest challenge was what he was doing outside of the gym. I had to be on him constantly.
Eating habits?
Ringing him, texting him, just making sure, look, it's the weekend. Let your hair down a little bit if you want to, but just remember your goal that you want to get there. So, you know, if you want to have an ice cream, you know, don't stop yourself. But instead of having 3 ice creams, maybe have 2 ice creams tonight. Yeah. Maybe next weekend we have 1 ice cream.
So just
don't cut it out.
Yeah.
Because when you cut something out, it becomes horrible.
Yeah.
Right? You know,
if
if you've got something you like eating, I don't think you should cut it out. Cut it down. Cut it down and get your exercise in, and try and eat 90% healthy or 80% healthy throughout the week with your training. And that's pretty much, you know, when you say tailor, I mean, it's not one shoe fits all.
No, of course not.
But that is the main thing. If you can get your eating where you're eating whole foods, and what I mean by whole foods is just, you know, clean foods. It doesn't, whether you're a vegetarian or meat eater, whatever you eat, just make sure the golden rule is if it grows on trees or comes from the land in any way, then it's good. If it's man-made, it's probably not great for you.
So what would you say is, in your opinion, the best diet in the world?
Well, that is a debate. Isn't
what is he going for? Here we go, the Mediterranean diet. That's
Well,
where the Greeks are from. Here we go.
I know
the way you think and the way you're chugging these questions in. yeah, you know that. Yeah.
I think.
You know what I'm saying, Mark? You know what I'm saying? It's all about the Greeks, baby. Here we go. Shit, what's that line? Spartan line? This is Sparta! 300.
I'm Spartacus, I think you wanted to do.
No. I wanted to do this. Is Sparta,
you fucked that right up,
I
didn't
did.
you?
I did.
Okay.
And I wanted to boot him down, that well, the Persian, innit? Oh,
That's a bit aggressive.
yeah. What did I say? Was them days ancient times, bruh? It's ancient times. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, right, yeah.
We wore skirts and all them things.
Okay.
Trousers weren't invented back in those days, so they wore little mini skirts,
Plates.
didn't they? Yeah.
I think it's called plates,
No,
leather
no.
plates, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I think
wrong.
that's-
I
think
mean,
that's the technical thing.
but I shouldn't say that because, like, the LBG, the alphabet, the Wi-Fi password people.
Wi-Fi password people. Is that the new?
I've never heard
I've not
that
heard.
saying.
Yeah,
Well,
is that a thing?
LBGTQI++IMNNQZ.
Is that your Wi-Fi password?
That's near my. Listen, it's almost my Wi-Fi password.
You told me.
Yeah. So you start saying stuff like that, they'll be like, "You see, 3,000 years ago, the Greeks had trannies." Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, stop doing that. Don't do that. Yeah. So going back.
I'm lost.
I don't know how
Where
we've
did
gone
trannies
from
come
diet to that.
You see, this just. I mean, it's your first time. If you've watched the program before, you see we flit to a lot of stuff. Well, I flit.
Well,
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do that. I do flip. I can't help it. Yeah. So, what do you recommend as a diet?
I mean,
Let's put it that way.
I don't want to go down the old cliche to say have a balanced diet. I mean, that's
So
just a get out of jail free card that everyone uses. Oh, have a balanced diet, all in moderation. You know?
So Greek then, Mediterranean.
What are you talking about?
Sorry,
I
what?
think
Diet?
every diet has its place.
Where?
It depends what the
What's the
results
worst?
you want to achieve.
What's the worst diet? What's the worst diet?
Is there a worse diet? As long as you.
There's got to be a diet that's bullshit out there. That's just.
I mean, all diets are shit, aren't they?
This is why I like the Greek diet. You eat all that shit.
I
Meat,
think the word
chicken,
diet is the wrong word.
It should be how you eat all the time.
lifestyle. What would you call it?
Diets don't work. When you're dieting, they don't. They work at first because you're shocking your body. You know, you've gone from saying eating fry-ups every morning to eating porridge.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're shocking your body. You know.
And can you keep that up?
That's the thing. You can't.
You can't keep that up.
Some people can.
Yeah,
but
if you're
very,
dedicated.
very, very minute people. You know, we're talking about a very small percentage of people that have a mentality like Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes, they were taking steroids before all the comments come in, but you still have to train on steroids. You still have to put the dedication in. Go and take steroids and don't train. See what happens. You will get fat.
Or even
Right?
train with them. Like,
Yeah.
there's people down the gym, and you wouldn't know they run steroids.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You still have to put that effort in, regardless whether you're on steroids or not. Don't agree with it, but it's one of them, isn't it? You still have to put the effort in. So same with diet. The word diet straight away, it's like diet. That means I've got to cut stuff out. We've got to develop a healthy relationship with foods. Basically, every food has its place. Every bit of food does something to your body. You know, fats. All right, fats get a bad name, but if you're eating lean fats,
Such as?
so fat from meat. Fat from meat is not necessarily bad for you. But then you get the vegetarians who say you don't want to eat meat. So you get maybe natural fats from certain plants and certain oils and things. You can get all that. But the main
Like
thing...
olive oil.
And seeds
Again,
and stuff.
The
And
problem
Yeah,
is now is there's so much bad out there. As in, like, people say, oh, olive oil's bad. Seed oil's bad. Plant oil's bad. Butter's bad. Like... And then you get people say, oh, it's actually good. This is what we used to live on. I'm healthy. I think it's all down to the individual. You've got to figure out your own body. Figure out what your body responds to. Figure out what makes you feel good. Because if you actually... This is the problem. And I'm going into the life coaching thing again. But it goes hand in hand with training. Because if you actually focus on yourself, and I mean really focus on yourself, nobody does it. Right? Hardly anyone does it. If you sit and think, what really pisses me off? What makes me feel crappy? What foods make me get an upset tummy? What foods make me feel good about myself, and what foods make me feel bad? Your body tells you what you need to know. When you can go and have a McDonald's, right? So if I have a McDonald's, which I shouldn't say being a fitness, but let's say I had a McDonald's, right? in that moment, I'm enjoying that McDonald's because for some reason I've craved.
What is it? A
Big Mac, right? Let's say I'm having a Big Mac, yeah.
Extra Big Mac sauce. I love it.
Right?
Extra Big Mac sauce.
I've got a thing for the chicken Big Mac, right? But
I can't see that.
I eat healthy 90% of the time, but once in a blue moon, if I let my hair down and go. But my point being,
you're going to hell.
My point being is if you eat.
Tough crowd tonight.
It is. Don't worry, a few more of these. That computer would be funny.
No, it's God.
Don't start snorting, mate.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
No, but point is, when you're eating that McDonald's in the moment, that's triggering dopamine in your brain. So you're feeling good about yourself. You're feeling great. See how you feel in an hour's time, 2 hours time, when you suddenly your belly feels a bit bloated, you feel a bit groggy, feel tired. Most people say, I've had a hard day at work, I'm tired. Now, most people don't document that. People just put it down to, I've had a hard day at work, I'm tired. They don't think, hang on, let's clock what I've eaten. I've eaten a McDonald's, I feel groggy and tired. Now, next week, let's eat, say, chicken and rice. Yeah? I'm just using that. Or vegetarian option or vegan, whatever, right? But healthy, yeah? What you consider healthy. And then document that and see how you feel. Nobody does it. Your body tells you what you need to know. You could eat McDonald's and your body might like McDonald's. You might feel okay on it. I might eat McDonald's, I might feel crappy. Everyone's different, and it's the same with fitness. When you're tailoring anything to, you've got to figure out what their needs are, how their body responds to things. And that's the route I've always taken. You'll have people disagree with me, and some experts might even disagree with me. But then you get experts that agree with me. So who's the expert? But all I know is, if you figure out yourself, that's the key. Everyone's different.
I've got to tell you, I don't eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. I eat when I'm hungry. And that is part of the, I can't remember which person it was, but he brought it into schools back in the early 1900s, like 1905 or some shit like that, to teach people to eat more food. Because when we were hunter-gatherers, even if going back to the 18th, 19th century, 18th century, when there wasn't food and there was people ate less, they were more fitter, less fat, trim.
The 1700s, I don't think they could get fat, could they? They'd be working the land, they'd be like, they'd have no food to get fat at all.
That was a part of fasting, though, because with fasting...
They weren't fasting on purpose. If you gave them the food, they would get fat.
Oh, of course, but that's what I'm saying. But,
opened up a McDonald's.
And say it was free, you can come in any time you want. See how that got on?
I understand that. I hear that. I mean,
I know what you're saying.
The smell of Kentucky's terrible, isn't it? I mean, that fucking smell, man. Yeah, so you smell that.
That advert freaks me out. Have you seen it when they're putting people into the lake and they come out of chickens?
No, have you seen the conspiracy about that?
Yeah, I have seen the conspiracy.
That it's actually human meat that they're cooking up. And I'm like,
scary. It's
what
scary.
the hell?
Nah, mate, you said that last week.
Did I say that?
And it was a fake documentary, wasn't it?
Oh, that was the
and you said we were gullible. You brought it up.
That was growing human meat in the lab.
Yeah. For people to eat.
For people to eat.
Yeah, but it wasn't
in the
real.
supermarket. No, it was fake. I found out it was fake, and I corrected myself. I came out and I said,
yeah, you said it on the WhatsApp group, not on the channel.
Did I not say it on the channel?
No. You never told anyone else that might have been listening to that episode.
Hey, Elliot,
that's gone around.
Elliot, what's happening?
Yeah, change the subject. Here we go.
No, I'm not changing the subject. I'm just gonna. No, I'm just like, I thought I said something.
When?
On the podcast that it was a fake.
No.
Okay. All right. Throw me under the bus. Here we go.
Well, it's not throwing you under the bus. You're right. You put yourself under there, mate.
Thank you.
You're like a speed bump, that.
Thank you. They're going to come through that door in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, just wanted to say, a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, I saw this fake documentary. I didn't know it was fake then, right? But, hey, Elliot, what's happening, dude? I didn't know it was fake because it was one of those British chefs, what's that show? There's the Great Bake Off.
MasterChef?
MasterChef. That's it. He's a MasterChef dude.
Greg Wallace is getting it. He's not on it now because of the sexual assault allegations.
Yeah. Okay.
That guy.
That's it. Yeah. The one with the glasses.
Yeah.
That dude, right? So...
Give him the full picture. Oh, you've obviously done your research.
Well, no, I knew it was him that because there was two of them, weren't there? That got done for sexual thingy.
No, the other one's still there. The Australian, or is it Australian?
Yeah, but he does have allegations against him, I think.
Yeah, sound
But
like
then it's dangerous territory because I don't know. I'm going on what my mum's ranting about when I saw her the other day. She was ranting on about it, so I actually haven't done my research on it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
He's still doing the show though.
Is he?
He was still doing the show, whereas Greg Wallace wasn't on it at all.
I reckon he threw Greg Wallace under the bus to save his own skin. A lot of people do that nowadays, don't they, mate?
Yes, they do.
They do indeed. So I'm just trying.
There's no allegations against me about human meat or.
No. So anyway, let me just get this out of the way. The legalities. A couple of weeks ago, we done a podcast, and I opened my big mouth and I said about Greg Wallace was another geezer in a lab growing human meat for consumption, and they were packaging it up. It was lab grown human meat, by the way, and you'll see it on YouTube. Go and find it. It's about 3 minutes long. Right, so I brought that up.
I'm like, 3 minutes of proper documentary then. Fuck me.
it was hardcore. Right? It was hardcore documentary, right? So go and watch it. And apparently it's fake. It came out afterwards that it was fake. So I'm sorry for bringing fake news to you people. But normally it's true news. So, I mean, yeah, some you get right, some you get wrong. You know what I mean? What can I say? So, yeah. Do you think Manjaro has messed up your business?
What's Manjaro?
You don't know what Manjaro is.
Manjaro?
I don't know. Am I pronouncing it?
I don't know what the thing is, so how can I tell you how to pronounce it? You don't look at me.
Right, okay, Manjaro, right? I'm going to turn this because this is kind of low in the...
You know what he's talking about.
Quick Google search.
No. Manjaro is that drug that women and men are taking to lose weight.
Like Ozempic.
Yeah, that's it. That's Ozempic was the first one, I think, and then Manjaro come out.
Names.
Oh, right.
Because what they name took the piss out of it. What's it called?
South Park.
Oh,
and was it South Park? And I think they did it on Family Guy.
That's a good episode. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, dealing in Manjaro or Ozempic. Yeah. So, do you think that's had effect on the personal fitness industry?
I think a lot of people have been waiting for something like this for a long time. Whoever's come up with it's probably become a billionaire overnight.
Have you done your research on it?
I haven't done my research. I know people that have done it. I personally think it's not probably a good thing. It's anything that can make you lose weight like that. It's not a natural way to lose weight, and in my opinion, it's probably not. There's probably going to be side effects, and it's probably not. Well, there is side effects. I've heard. Some people have told me there are side effects.
Something about their kidneys or liver or something.
But I just think it's a dangerous game, you know. But I'm gonna say that, aren't I? You know, because but
it's your industry.
Yeah. You know, although I go more down the life coaching side than the PT side these days, but yeah, if I'm honest, it's I don't think it's not a good thing. Everyone should try and lose weight naturally. I know it's hard. It's not easy.
Life is hard, my friend. Life is hard. So
it's like the people that go and get their stomach stapled in half. What's it called? When you have a the name slipped my mind.
Liposuction.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like
liposuction.
Liposuction.
Or they have
the fat taken out. Or some people have their stomach cut and stapled.
Oh right. Yeah.
And they do lose weight on it. And you know, I know people that look great now, and they've had that done, but they got to be so careful what they eat now because their stomach can rip.
Would you call it cheating? Is there such a thing as cheating in getting fitter? If
the end does the means justify the end? Does the end justify the means? You know, how badly do you want it? The fact that you're going to put your life in danger to get it. But then if you're so overweight that your life's in danger anyway, maybe that's the mentality where, well, I'm going to probably have problems because I'm so obese. I may as well have problems trying to get fit.
So,
but to me, no, I'm against it all. If I'm honest, I won't judge people that do it.
A couple of weeks ago, right, we talked about those people that like are so obese, they need like forklifts to get them out of the house, or the fire brigades cutting the side out and chain hoists, and they are so fat, right? How come they're still alive for so long? I mean, they must have diabetes, high cholesterol, you know. So why is it when I go to the doctor, looking the way I do, I'm obese, I've got high this, I got high, I'm like, what? Hold on a minute. I'm like, have you seen that program, doc? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like, think of it like it's like school. They're F, they're U. They're like, they're write-offs. They need the C to pass. You're already at C. You really want to look like B. You want to be A. Maybe you want to be like A star. They want you to get fitter for yourself. You know, you're going to be, it's better for you.
Yeah, but isn't it like...
So you want to go up the grades. You already got C. You're not going to...
It also comes down to individuals again. What I went back to when I said everyone's different, right? And, you know, going slightly off course, but look at Ozzy Osbourne, right? How many drugs and stuff did he put in his body, right?
Oh yeah, man.
And he, you know, scientifically,
don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, don't.
Or drink alcohol.
Scientifically,
or smoke cigarettes.
Is that not a drug?
Right?
Don't do anything. Yeah,
in
don't take
theory,
sugar.
he should have dropped dead. Yeah, he didn't. Right? I know he's dead now. May he rest in peace. But he, you know, the amount of drugs and stuff he put in his body, but his body survived on it. When you go to these mega obese people, their bodies are surviving on it. Not well. They've probably got a whole list of health problems, but they're surviving on it.
I mean, they're hot.
You could eat what they eat and you drop dead. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the way everyone's different. This is what I'm try and preach when I'm doing my life coaching, when I'm doing my fitness. There's not one shoe fits all. We're all completely different.
So,
you know?
I mean, in a way, it's really impressive, to be honest. But they're still alive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do what they like. Mick Jagger, chucking the drugs down. But for his age, he's looking. I know he's chucked it all in, but like, you know, he could have died at 25. Like, and same with Ozzy, like the amount of shit they've been doing.
Yeah.
And
well, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
8 out of 10 people would have died.
Yeah.
Maybe they did. Do you know what I mean? They all just fall down.
Yeah.
But they've got that body that can just take it. You know.
But the amount of food that they chuck back, Martin, was you here when we were talking about it? Like the amount of food they chuck back. Now they're on disability. How much money are they getting to eat all that food? They're eating a week's shopping in a day. Yeah. So a week's shopping is not cheap.
Yeah,
so
but with that, I don't know if I was here for that, but surely the solution is they can't get out of bed, they can't feed themselves. So what's their daily intake? 9,000, give them 8,800. Then give them 8,600. Then just take a pack of crisps away, take another pack of crisps away, take a chocolate bar away. Just wean them down slowly. Yeah. Then they're going to get less and less and less. It's going to be a long run, but don't just take all their food away. No, it's like taking the drugs away. They're going to have to shake.
So like, the thing is, we're starting to finally get there now, where doctors are starting to work alongside personal trainers and fitness. It's taken long enough. There's always been doctors and trainers butting heads, right? And a lot of doctors know nothing about nutrition at all. They know about the medicines. They know how to, you know, cure you and all this, but the food that you eat is the prevention, and sometimes prevention's better than cure.
Yeah.
And personal trainers know the benefits of exercise and nutrition, and nutritionists obviously know on an even deeper level the values of the nutrition. And it's always been them and us. Finally, the NHS and doctors are starting to now work alongside trainers and nutritionists, so hopefully we will see a decrease in obesity now. I know, but the problem is the chemicals and stuff they put in the foods, and they make it so cheap.
Like trans fats.
No.
That's the way you come up with it. No, but it's the right thing I'm saying.
It's like you were going to go trans fats and then go off on another tangent because this is
transsexuals. No.
Like trans sex.
No. It's like there is trans fats, isn't it?
Yeah.
Saturated.
But it tastes so good though.
There's mono and poly.
It's the dopamine. It's you know, it makes you feel
the
good.
drugs, your own body's drugs.
It is.
You know, awesome.
But no.
People talk about diets and stuff, right? And this is what I want to say. Like the belief that you have in your diet, in what you should be eating, a balanced diet, right? What do you think is the closest diet to your beliefs?
So I believe in eating. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from vegetarians and
vegetarians, man. There's something wrong with them guys.
You're
vegetarian, Mark.
Am I vegetarian?
Yeah.
No, I'm not vegetarian. I wish I was.
It looks like vegetarian.
I believe
lack of iron. That
Got more muscle than you, mate.
It probably. Probably. Yeah. No. I'm just saying. You know. Ooh, there you go, mate. Look at that.
I'm not sure about.
Look at them guns.
That was unsolicited touching there.
Sorry,
by the way, viewers.
I didn't understand.
I'm not sure about vegans, if I'm honest. But that's my personal opinion. Doesn't mean it's wrong. But
it's very difficult.
But,
isn't it?
Yeah, and I just always, whenever I see vegans, they always look so pale. And maybe that's the way we should look. I don't know. Yeah, who's saying we should all look more tanned or? Well,
we are in the northern hemisphere. I mean? Yeah.
So
if you're in Greece or southern hemisphere, then you'd want a bit more.
But I think combining vegetarian with meat. So I know it contradicts itself, but what I mean by that is eat your veg, eat your plants, but have meat as well, because we've got to go back. We've got to go back to how we were when we were cavemen and things, right? You eat what you could get.
Yeah.
So they were vegetarians. They were vegetarians without knowing what vegetarian is. They were meat eaters without knowing what meat. You eat what you could get back then. You hunt your food. You get what you get. If you couldn't catch the animal that day, you're going to eat a plant. Do you know what I mean? So we've just got to go back to that, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's like you're saying with the. None of that is produced and stuff. That's all natural. Yeah. You're getting eat straight from the source. You're eating your berries. You're eating your meat as it's cut. It
has to come from the earth, not from humans. We're making all this man-made food now, and okay, they will say because population's getting so big now that we need to supply everyone. Otherwise, I get that, but it's killing us. It's killing us.
Yeah. So
the processed foods and all the chemicals killing us. Look at wheat, right? So wheat, you go back to say, I don't know, 1940s or whatever, right? Wheat would grow naturally in fields. If you look at wheat now, right, it's been so tampered with. It barely survives on its own. I don't even think it can survive now without certain chemicals. I'm going to be careful what I say because don't fully know I haven't done my research on this enough, but I know from a nutrition course that I was on when we were learning about it, and it was just like, wow, really? But then I'm going on what my teacher told me. So this is another thing. You learn what you're taught.
Yeah.
And if the teacher's wrong, you're going to learn wrong. So that's
on you though as well. You have to, if you're going to then
do your own research.
Take that as your, I'm going to go and this is a good idea. You've got research for yourself.
It's one of the big things I say to my clients is you tell me, go and do your own research, find what works for you, and then we will tailor it to you. If you want to eat vegetarian, go eat vegetarian. You want to eat vegan, go eat vegan. We will work out what foods to eat to build maximum muscle or whatever you want to do, get the protein in. And that's how we tailor it. Going back to that question that very much individuals.
Have you there's a guy that I follow on YouTube, I forget his name now, but he was an English guy and he lives in Australia now. He's really good, and he's like a personal trainer kind of guy, and he had this really I found it really good way to count the calorie, so a lot of the calories for the week. So you work out how many calories you need and how much exercise you're going to do. So you could have an extra meal or whatever. How you could extra for the day or whatever. But you start it on the Friday.
Yep.
And you say, so you count the whole 7 days as, say it's 1,200 calories.
Right. Yep.
12,000 calories you've got. So you're going to go on Friday. You might have a few drinks after work. You might have the curry on the Saturday with the boys. So you've used a lot of your calories on those 3 days. Then all right, for the next 5 days, I've got to cut down to less. I can't just have 2,500 a day. I have to have 1,800, and that'll make me be able to lose weight.
Well, that's another thing I preach to my clients is that one Mars bar is as likely to make you fat as that one salad's going to make you thin. And this is the problem. We have the mentality of, I can't eat that. Well, you can eat that. You just got to cut down what you eat tomorrow now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You gain weight over weeks, not days.
Yeah, that's if you've been going to gym and you've been going 2 weeks and been going solid, I'm going all the time, and then you look in the mirror and you go, I think I look worse. Yeah. And then you go off the rail, and then a week later you look really good, but that's your effects. This is what I find. Yeah. That's the effects coming in now, and then you're going to pay for it The week after, you look even worse, and then you're even worse than when you start because you've gone, oh, sorry, it's not working. I'm going to give up, and it's like, no, you got to. Like
when
say, it's a
someone
long.
first starts a diet, I'm using that horrible word again, diet. When you first start a diet, when you first start exercise, you're shocking your body, so you may see results quickly in that first few weeks. Then you're going to plateau, and you're not going to see results, and that's when you've got to soldier on, and that's when so many people quit. And that's these yo-yo diets, like you lose weight, but you end up gaining more weight in the long run.
Yeah.
And it's the same with the fitness side. But going back to what you said, you don't lose weight. You're right. You don't lose weight in the days. You lose weight in the weeks.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've said to my clients. I've always recommended MyFitnessPal. I think it's a good app. I think it can be dangerous as well because you can get into the habit of like checking every single thing that you're eating, and it has the potential to develop eating disorders.
Because it's like taking over. You've got to check it, make sure you're in the
But that's when it's down to the trainer to make sure their clients understand that you've got to have a good relationship with food. If you're going to eat ice cream. Don't take an apple to the pub. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to go to the pub, have a drink. Right? Do you know what I mean? Like, don't take an apple to the pub, man.
Or don't go to the pub.
Yeah. That's the choice you have.
Yeah.
Right? If you're going to go have a curry, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? Don't order a salad. Do you know what I mean? Like,
don't piss around.
Yeah.
But like, when they get the salad and they're like looking at you, going, I wish I had the. No, I'm on this stuff. It's like,
it's about accountability.
Yeah.
You got to hold yourself accountable. I've eaten a great big fat curry the other night.
Yeah.
So now what am I going to do today?
I'm gonna have to pay for it later.
Yeah.
So you can wean it over.
But again, don't have the mentality of I've eaten some food that I think's bad, so now I've got to go burn that off. Have the mentality of I've eaten that's going to fuel my workout now.
Yeah.
As soon as you flip the script, it's all about how you think. The negative thought of I've eaten some bad food, I've had some ice cream, I had a chocolate bar, I've got to go burn that off now. That's negative, right? If you think, right, I've eaten a Mars bar, it's going to give me energy now, I'm going to go use that energy in the gym and put it to some positive, flip the script. That's what everyone's got to do.
I mean, I got a curry. I love it. When you said a curry,
love a curry. Yeah.
Maya cooked me a lovely chicken madras the other night with mushroom pilau rice. I'm like, the business. I'm so happy, because I think that's true. What they say, like a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Yeah. I think that's one aspect of it. I mean, there's many ways to a man's heart, like there's many ways to a woman's heart. But an important one is that through the stomach. They're probably going to call me bigot, fascist, sexist, misogynist, whatever, just for saying.
Why is that?
Because that's the weird world that we live in. Because it's overtly friggin' sensitive. You say anything. I mean, I've said this to you before. Go on YouTube, type in maths is racist, and watch the videos come up.
But I think the media have to take a lot of responsibility for
listen,
this.
the media only have their narrative because they're selling newspapers and they want views.
But the media will write something, and then it gets everyone's backs up, and then these people will then get named, labelled as different things.
I don't give a shit, man. Do you know what I mean? You know what? You guys are different generations from me, right? The next generation? Yeah. Kinda, yeah? But you're adults, but you've grown up in a non-deluded way. Do you know what I'm saying? You've grown up, your views could be very aligned with mine because you come from a certain environment, because you've been brought up a certain way. Now, there's families out there that bring up their children to be not what they're supposed to be by nature. Do you know what I mean? It's like they brainwash their kids, their own kids, and you're like, you're sick. When you got women out there saying, my child knew... No, sorry. I knew my child was trans when she was 18 months. You're like, there's something wrong with
but
you.
that sounds like a fucking headline, mate.
No, they need to be in prison. Social services need to be called, mate, on these people.
The thing is, though...
Because it's mental abuse. You're twisting their minds up.
The thing is, this is the danger. Because unless you hear that person say it yourself, we don't know if this is some... arsehole reporter just looking for a headline, like what you're saying.
No, I've seen the videos. Right. They've come out and they're videoing themselves saying, oh, my daughter here's trans and I knew she was trans before she did, and she knew she was trans when she was like 18 months. And like, there's something wrong with these people. Social services need to be called on these people, and they're geeing themselves up on social media. And this is what I'm saying. It's like this social media thing, this internet thing, is giving the world a TV set into people's private lives, because people are crazy enough. I'm crazy enough to come out on here and do this shit. But these people need to be arrested.
Yeah,
you're manipulating your child to be. So it's not the child. How can an 18-month-old child, baby, right, give any form of consent, give any form of like speech even?
They can barely speak.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And what signals did you see for that baby to give you the sign that it's trans?
Oh, it's probably the classic. It went for a Barbie when it was a boy or something. You know, one of those, like, it's like, well, it doesn't matter. Like when you were young, you play with whatever you want to play with. That's up to you. It doesn't mean you're going to go gay, trans, or whatever. It doesn't matter.
You leave children to grow up in a normal environment so they can decide what they're going to be at the end of the day.
Yeah, but if the person has already got those preconception, like confusion, as in they might be thinking, oh, I think I could have been maybe trans, or they're confused and they're bringing up a kid, then it's like anything.
Mate, you know what that's
your parents' views can get passed on to you.
It's not just parents' views, though.
No, but I'm saying,
look at the schools.
Yeah,
this
okay, yeah. But I mean, you're
like,
talking about a 1.5 month up today. It's not at school, yeah.
No,
really speak. So that's what I'm saying. You're already giving them.
Hence, call the police. Do you know what I mean? Call social services.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, they've done a video there.
Again, though, I think it comes back to the individuals again. We're never gonna. There's always gonna be people out there that believe different things, right? Whether you think it's right or wrong, whether I think it's right or wrong, right? There's always going to be people that believe different things. So it comes back to that individual again, where it's only you can take offence from it. If someone wants to do whatever they want to do in their garden, who cares? Or in their home or whatever.
Thank you. I agree with you. Listen, 100%. Let me give you one of these, because I totally agree with you. The problem is, it's not being kept behind closed doors.
No.
That is the problem. The problem is being forced and pushed in people's faces. It's enough.
See, my issue is the media. I do think the media is the root cause of all of this.
Yeah, the media is a big part of it. I'm not saying that it's not. But also the organisations that push it and force it. Look, on adults, do what you friggin'... You know what I'm saying? As an adult, do what you want to do behind closed doors. Whatever you're doing, be happy. Do you know what I'm saying? But leave the friggin' kids alone, is what I'm saying. Because children, what are children? You're a new father, right? And I'll tell you what children are. Children are sponges. Children are easy to manipulate and mold into the image that you want them to be. But it's not the physical image, it's the mental image that you do. How many children take on parents' attributes? Get it? So imagine the influence the parent has. And then they go to school and they get brainwashed and shit is thrown their way to say, well, you know what? Yes, you are a cat and we're going to support that. Isn't that like supporting an anorexic to go on a diet?
My answer to that is cats can't eat human food, so here's some cat food.
Well, cats can eat human food,
no,
but they need to take a shit in the tray.
But no,
do you know what I'm saying?
Do they?
Yeah.
Don't they die after a while?
No, don't shit in my house.
My cousin, when she was a little kid, thought she was a dragon, right?
Yeah, that's children's fantasies.
That's children playing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's different.
But when adults... I don't think, and this is one view I will say, and if it gets backlash, it gets backlash. But I think kids will be kids, and they will, But when adults start to say,
"Hi, Tammy,"
it's those labels again. Identify. You don't need to identify. You either are something or you're not. You need to identify. You don't need to put it out there.
Yeah.
Like everything's labelled. It's like the racism thing. The headlines will say, "White cop killed black man." Why even put colour in? Why not just put cop killed man or bad cop killed?
No, just cop kills burglar. Cop kills
anything.
Oh yeah,
man walking down street.
But the media will straight away put the colour because they know it's going to get people's backs up. It's going to get people.
Get the clicks.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. And I believe the identity thing is that as well. The media have played it and played it and played it. It's a label. It's like the word triggered. I didn't even know that was a word when I was growing up.
Bro, when I heard it,
So-
the first time I heard it was when I started
It's a
working in that
label again.
environment. That same environment that you worked in. That's the first time. Triggered? What the fuck's triggered me?
Yeah.
Triggered was, gun
yeah,
related.
Having worked in a school, we've both worked in the same
We
school.
both did.
It's very politically correct now.
Crazy.
And you've got to be so careful what you say. But again, it's coming down to the individuals again. I keep going back to it. You cannot give offence. You can only take it. And that where it comes back down to the exposure, where we can't keep mollycoddling everyone and trying to protect everyone's feelings. You have to expose yourself to things that make you feel uncomfortable, that you don't like, because that's the real world, and that's how you build resilience.
Look,
and then it don't matter if next door neighbours transsexual, it don't matter if next door neighbours this and that. And I know what you're saying. Leave the kids alone.
Yeah, that's it.
I get that.
Do as adults, do what you want.
But again, it's these adults that have their own insecurities because they haven't built that resilience, and they don't want people feeling the hurt that they've felt. So they're trying to protect everyone. And, again, it's like, the reason behind it's probably not a bad reason, but the methods are not working. You can't protect everyone's feelings.
It's a
You
social.
can't.
I'm sorry, Jake. I believe it's a social experiment at the moment.
Could be.
And it's going to be, it definitely is, man. A social experiment,
I'm open-minded.
Look how many children in America that have transitioned are now suing the companies that transitioned them, that gave them the drugs, the beta blockers, the hormone blockers, the hormone therapy. Little girls having their boobs chopped off, man. You know what I mean? And they're affirming. Hey, for a start, if a child can't give its consent can it give its consent to join the army under 18? Can it give its consent to have a freaking tattoo? You can't even drink, but you can have your body parts chopped off.
Yeah, I think.
I'm sorry, mate. That's something wrong.
Well, it's the same. You can't vote. You can't do this. They can't have sex. It'd be raped, wouldn't it? Right.
Yeah,
so
until you're 16 plus, 17, 18, 16, 17, 18.
Depend where you are.
Yeah,
the law of the land.
Right.
Yeah.
But from a maturity point of view, 16 to 18, or depending on who you speak to, 18 to 20, that's when you're an adult or teenager going into adult. That's when
legally. That's when you're legally an adult.
But kids can't. When you're a kid, you can't decide. You might think. I might think when I was a kid, I thought I wanted to be James Bond. Growing up, I wouldn't want to be James Bond. I wouldn't want people trying to kill me, shooting me up every 2 minutes. Do you know what I mean? All right, you might.
I might take that. I'm assuming to be James Bond, I'd have to have the skills, right?
There's some aspects to James Bond that is very appealing, which I won't go into. But
the music's cool.
The music's cool. Let's go with that. Yes, the music
and the suit.
The music.
Yeah. And all the chicks.
No, we weren't alluding to that. You just we're in the joke. It's like explaining the joke.
Shit, sorry. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, that is it. That's it in a nutshell. Is everyone's different. Everyone's always going to have different beliefs and things, but it comes down to individuals. Everyone's got to work on themselves to get yourself to a point where you don't give a shit, and that's the only way the world's going to get on. Because at the moment we've got people fighting over religion. We've got people fighting over, what sex they are. Racists. All these things. But if everyone just didn't give a shit, if you can just work on yourself where you don't give a fuck, then that's the way. That's how you build resilience. That's the only way around it, because you could sing your views until you're blue in the face. There's going to be someone else that disagrees with you, and you're never going to convince them, just like they're never going to convince you. And the only way to do it is to literally not give a fuck.
Yeah, I
excuse my French if any kids are listening. Sorry.
No, there's no kids in this past.
Swearing all that,
I mean, that's the thing. Kids nowadays, they know more swear words than I do. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
But we got to protect him. You can't say effing and blinding. You can't drink a drink on TikTok. And this is where look. You know what? TikTok fucks me off, mate. It really does. I mean, the amount of times I've sworn at it and this, that. No restrictions. But you have a beer, and I'm obviously over 18. You have a beer. Oh, you're out of order. What? I am over it.
No, it just reminded me of, like, sometimes I'm in Tesco's and I'll they'll look at me like, oh, maybe I should get the idea. I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking? And then other times they'll just be like, yeah, there you go. I'm like, oh, I'm a bit disappointed you didn't even debate. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's normally the younger ones are like, yeah, they're definitely fucking. I'm like, oh, okay.
Why is it?
But the older ones are like, oh, I don't know, I should probably ask. I'm like, fucking hell, I'm not anywhere near 18. Like, so I know you should look over 25 or whatever, but you're like, they're definitely over 18, so
yeah, I mean, but this is the thing that of perception of age. Younger people would see someone like in their mid-20s and think they're also, like 30, and they'll think they're so old.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then there's the older people that will look at someone else and think, oh, they look a bit young.
Yeah.
You know?
And you go, no, I'm this. I mean, oh, are you? But that's young to me. It's like, yeah.
But if you only knew how many times they asked my age, you know, when I go to buy cigarettes, you know, and I'm like, oh, please, stop it.
Yeah, they want to know.
Yeah.
They're just genuine, like.
Yeah, I'm so young.
You keep coming in here, like, for the last 15 years. I want to know how old you are.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, Lord. We're never going to get through this. Jesus, the amount of cost. Okay, right. What common fitness myth?
Right. Okay.
Hold on. You know what? Before we go on, could you give your website, your company, your thing a shout out?
Okay, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jake.
I mean, if you want to look me up on TikTok, it's JD Fitness. Just look up JD Fitness Life Coaching, Jake Dyer.
Not the sports shop.
Not the sports shop.
Yeah.
No. I get away with that brand because it's my initials, Jake Dyer. If you tried to do a JD Fitness, you'd probably get sued.
Yeah.
But I get away with it.
Yeah.
But
Lucky man.
On my Instagram, it's called Do Fitness now because I'm trying to go in trying to get away from the JD Fitness a little bit now because that died a lot of the coaching side died a slow death after COVID. After the lockdown.
Manjaro.
So, the Manjaro.
It's Manjaro and OPEC. Or OPEX, whatever it is. It killed the industry. Mother. You know what? You can lose all the weight, but you can still be unfit.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the thing. There's healthy. Just because you look fit don't mean you're healthy. And just because you're healthy don't mean you're fit. They're two separate things.
Yeah.
I could train you to build loads of muscle, right? But I could give you loads of steroids. I could train you in the gym with steroids. I could give you growth hormones. I could, have you living on a really high protein diet, and you will look great, right? But you won't be great.
What are you saying? I don't look
right
now.
You look all right. You look all right. You look all right. Yeah.
Remember my age.
It's winter, innit? So we can put jumpers on and hide it all, innit?
Yeah. No, I can't hide this, and I'm not on any hormone therapy either. I've got the moves. Don't come off.
But yeah, look up my Instagram. It comes under Do Fitness now, Jake Dyer. I've also got some books out there.
We're going to go on to that one. Let's keep on the fitness on that. Yeah. So just to let the people know, JD Fitness
or Do Fitness
on
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. That's it, I think.
No YouTube.
I have got some YouTube videos out there, but I haven't been doing many of them. So there's a few out there, some good life coaching tips and things out there if you want to look them up. But most of the videos are on my Instagram and TikTok anyway. So
there you go. JD and
Fitness. JD Fitness.
Okay, look for JD Fitness on YouTube.
Just type in JD.
You'll find him.
JD Fitness.
You'll see him. Jesus Christ! Sorry, bad camera work. I had it on an empty chair all the time when he was talking.
You're joking.
I did, but it doesn't mean he didn't pick up your vocals. So, ladies and
Jake
gentlemen,
the ghost.
Yeah, I mean, look, Jake. See that picture there?
Yeah.
Whatever that picture is what's transmitted. So I should have had it on that one.
On the right side.
On that one there.
Yeah,
That's why I should have. And if you see me talking to you for ages and the camera's not on you, say, George, you know what I mean? And this is what it's quite hard.
What it is. It's live, isn't it? So it's gonna.
But that's the funny thing, the amateurishness of my productions here. I mean, listen. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to apologise for Lisa and Rob. Rob is moving tattoo shop at the moment, so. He's just decorating it, and time is money and all that, and business is business. Lisa, unfortunately, has got the coming up to the winter lurgy. So she's got a lurgy, and but we got Martin here, and we got Jake, our special guest, and thank you both for coming, as always.
My pleasure.
As always. Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm getting so much pleasure out of this.
should be wary.
And I don't mean, oh God, shit, oh God, the pleasure. I mean, so what was the common
Thanks
fitness?
for that spilling out there, Georgia. We was all worried.
I just want to make sure that, you know, you're good.
Yeah, hand
you know
down
what I mean?
on the table again.
It's all love. I mean, right. So, Jake, what common myths do you often encounter?
So one of the most common ones is when you, oh God, it's in my head, but it's not coming out my mouth for some reason.
It's okay. It's Friday.
It's Friday. Yeah,
You got twins,
It's been a long
ladies
week.
and gentlemen.
Yes,
This dude's got twins.
two identical twin
You know what I
boys
mean?
that are keeping
Stereo.
me up at night. Yeah, they do. They gang up on me as well.
Yes, right.
They do.
Yeah.
Got a cut on my head actually from one of them, so they're getting
That's
a bit,
right.
you know.
You reckon there might be one of them? I mean, horror films and stuff. You know,
Oh,
what I mean?
no,
Are you
no,
all right? They're
don't
not
say
gonna
that, don't
walk
say
up
that.
like Chucky. You know what I mean?
No.
Daddy,
They give me the most lovely smiles. They're amazing kids. They're amazing kids.
Listen, man.
But,
just one advice on the kids: treat them as rough as you can. You know, tumble and all that.
Well,
you know.
I've said it
When
in a
they-
video on my Instagram that I'm not going to mollycoddle them. I'm going to get them ready for the world.
When they fall on the floor,
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. When a kid falls over, 90% of the time, unless it's a really bad injury, which is fair enough,
there's a
but
difference.
90% of the time they will graze their knee. The first thing they do, they will glance up at the adult. The adult's like, if the adult runs over and is like, let's have a quick look. Yeah, you're all right. Go on. That's all right. You're big and tough. Get on with it. And they will then carry on. They will be fine. If the adult runs over and goes, oh my God, let me have a look.
Yep.
Oh, let's put a plaster on you. Let's look at first aid. Then the kid will automatically then make a big thing out of it. You make a big thing out of it, they make a big thing out of it. Kids are very resilient. They're very strong. Their bones are different to adult bones. You know, doesn't mean they can't get hurt and have a bad injury. Of course,
If they fall out of a tree, it's a different story. You know what I mean?
As the adult, you judge that. If they're laying there with a broken arm and broken leg, you know, you're not going to go, oh, get up and get on with it. You're big and tough. But if they've grazed their knee, let them get on with it.
I agree.
And
Totally
this
agree.
is, again, working in a school environment, I had that challenge where I had staff working alongside me that would be very much, oh my God.
Yes.
And the thing is, when I'm trying to teach a PE lesson, now that kid's crying and making a big thing out of it, and now it's delaying the lesson. They've only got a slight graze on their knee. Let them get on with it. When we get back to the school, we can clean the wound, we can have a look at it, do first aid, or even if I quickly clean the wound now, and then you get on with it, right? That is an issue I run into. One of many issues I run into.
Mate, some of the mothers that I've spoken to, they know when I treat them the way I treat them. It's like, oh, lovely, George. You know what I mean? I don't. What are you doing? You know? I will show them things, manly things. It's like, and I think some of them are single, some of those women there, and they would benefit with a father being around. Because sometimes, listen, households with a father about is better.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You know what I mean? The child learns from both.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, in a perfect world, yeah, you want the man around. The male obviously teaches things that the female may not, and the female will teach things that the male may not. I mean, and you learn from both parents. Obviously, if one of those parents happens to be, you know, let's say a mass murderer that's gone to prison, then obviously you don't want that parent around.
No, of course not. Of course not.
It comes down to, but yeah, in an ideal world, you want your mum and dad there. You want to learn from your mum and dad, and that's.
Or just it could be a male figure like that.
Yeah.
If it's a mass murderer, there was someone, you know,
Yeah,
like
so-
a bit
yeah.
like
A
you or
boyfriend
George
comes
in that scenario. It's like, oh, they're men and they're different to how mum is.
Yeah.
They just get on. They pick stuff up. They can carry stuff. They can do this. They can.
Yeah.
Oh, I
my
can do that.
dad carried that axe really well to that bloke. Sorry, but yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, myths. Starvation mode is the biggest myth.
Starvation mode, what do you mean? Like fasting?
So no, when people say like, if you don't eat, your body goes into starvation mode where it stores fat.
Yeah.
Right. Tell me, if you look at any war films where like you got prisoners of wars that are starving, are they fat?
No.
You know what I mean? You don't gain weight from starvation. If you go long enough without food, your body will try and store what it can because your body wants to survive.
What?
So you're not going to get a huge pot belly from
What
not
are you
eating.
telling me? There's people out there that go do that, starve themselves.
No, they try and avoid starve. It's their excuse for eating. You don't want to be into starvation mode because your body stores fat. But it is actually a myth.
And then it'll start eating your muscle or something like that. Yeah, and you're like,
right.
So, it'll be a while before it starts doing that.
But there's so many myths out there now that it blurs the line between what is actual truth now, because there's so many influencers out there now. There's so many personal trainers with different views out there now. It used to be one shoe fits all. This is how you do it, and that was proven wrong because we're all different. But
because they're trying to give it like, you know, like the children in like starving places where they're not eating, their bellies get all popped out and stuff. Is that what they're trying to say?
That's what they're saying starvation mode is. You get a little pot
you look
belly.
at World War II people and they look like skeletons with a bit of skin on.
That's it.
You know?
And the thing is, right, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge believer in fasting. I'm a huge believer in intermittent fasting. I do it myself. It's how I've kept my weight under control over the years. I've put on a teeny bit of weight myself at the moment. I've got a slight dad bod coming. I'm getting back in the gym Monday, you know? But it's like, but I keep it under control through fasting. If I want to go, and again, it's a great way to keep your calories under control too.
How long do you fast for?
So I will have my last meal usually the latest 8 p.m. I usually don't eat until midday, 1 o'clock, sometimes 2 o'clock the next day.
And is that classed as fasting?
That is fasting. It's,
because I do that quite often.
But that's intermittent fasting. It's not fasting where you go a whole day. Some people do 24-hour fasts, don't they, or 48-hour fasts and things. And some people go extreme. They don't even have water. You know.
No, you got.
You know, I think you have to have water.
Yeah,
but that's just
why.
That's
because
my
that's one thing
view.
they haven't actually defined. I've never heard them say about you should have or you shouldn't have.
I've heard some people say they do it without water. They have no food and water, and they say they feel great from it. Not at first, but eventually they feel great from it. I personally I don't want to put myself through that, if I'm honest.
That sounds dangerous to me.
I want to keep drinking water.
You need liquid, surely.
Yeah, I have to. I drink about 4 litres a day of water. I have to.
I think the problem with that is sometimes people will go
to the toilet.
Like, it'll catch straight through you, but they don't just have water. They like hear water and they have liquids.
Hey, Lewis
so
is
they'll
joined.
have something other than water, and you're like, you know, that's got sugar in that. That's not. You're not fasting now. You've got sugar.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? It's like, yeah mate. You're subsidising it with like a Coke or something, or I don't know what else.
Drinks are a big thing.
A coffee with you putting sugar in it, or your milk in your coffee. That's sugar, mate. Like, you know that.
I believe in that as well. Drinks are worse than foods. Like, obviously, if you're eating tons of the wrong food, it's bad. But the fizzy drinks and all these sugary drinks it's spiking your blood sugar levels so high now.
They're so easy to drink as well.
Yeah, it's just messing everything up. We all say food, but actually liquids a big issue.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know hardly anyone that drinks water. Like, when I say I drink water, people look at me like, really? It's like, why has water become the bad thing, the bad guy? It's like with food as well. Like, if someone said to me, like, if I said to you, I'm going to go and have a McDonald's, right? Chances are you won't judge me for that. If I say, I'm not going to eat for 3 days, you'll be like, what? What's wrong with you? Like, why is that an issue? You'd never say to someone, right? Like, if I'm sitting eating a salad and you're eating chips and he's eating burger and I'm eating a salad, you tend to get judged for eating that salad, right?
Yeah.
But if you turned it round and I said to you, I don't think you should eat those chips, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? If I straight away, you'd be maybe not you, but that's offending someone. If I say, don't eat that food, suddenly you're what would they call it? Body shamer.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the new thing now, body shamer, right? I mean, I don't think I can be a body shamer because I'm a personal trainer. It's my job. My job to body shame you a little bit. You've got to take accountability for that. I'm sorry. I had a chat.
I'd be a terrible person. You fat.
I never use the word triggered. I don't believe in the word triggered, right? But this child triggered me. I had a little kid say to me, "You're a body shamer, right? You're not a personal trainer. You're a body shamer."
What did you say to him?
Right? I turned around and said, "I'm a personal trainer. It's my job to body shame you. Take accountability for yourself."
How old was he?
I don't know, about 8 years old.
Slap. You know what I mean? Sometimes a little slap.
8 years old.
But that I'll probably get.
No, I had a laugh about it. That's the thing. You're not body shaming. If you're a personal trainer and you're trying to give someone advice and help someone. You're not body shaming them.
But that's what I'm trying to say. The society is too sensitive.
Yes.
Simple.
100%.
So that starvation thing.
Starvation,
Okay.
mate, I mean, look, it's not complete bollocks.
Yeah.
But 90% of it is
It's bullshit. Yeah.
To the extreme that you'd have to go to actually starve yourself that much, for the stuff to come in.
And with all the processed stuff in the foods and things now, your body ain't starving.
No.
Trust me.
Yeah,
right.
It take a while for it to kick in. Yeah.
I think fasting is really good.
Yes.
You know,
100%.
I don't do it intentionally, but I might have the last thing again like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock maybe, and I don't eat again maybe till I get home again the next day. Like,
yeah, but what do you drink at work?
crap.
Oh
Monster.
yeah, I remember
You
all
drink
the monster
Monster?
drinks that you used to drink at work.
that's
oh my god.
What, sugar-free ones?
Yeah,
Right.
sugar-free ones. not
Just
that-
pure Monster, sugar-free.
yeah,
What are they replacing the sugar with though?
not aspartame, which is the good thing.
Good.
So that's,
Yeah, it's a sulfate though. It's definitely sweeteners. Like,
the sweeteners.
Yeah.
But I mean, either way, it's
it's not stevia or something like that.
no, not that I couldn't
Or
remember.
natural
I
sweetener.
mean, the thing is, now the people on TikTok that know me and whatever, they're gonna be like, "But I thought you gave it up," because I made them TikTok videos and and I'm like, I did give it up
For a day.
No,
I'm
seriously,
joking, I'm
Jake,
joking, yeah.
I gave it up for
2.
months, at least months,
Yeah, yeah.
and then one day I just fancied it.
But the thing is, look, there's nothing. And
You can have it, mate.
the
It's just
thing is,
if
this
you're.
is where it comes back to healthy relationship with food and drink, right? If you fancy something, this is where some people are going to disagree with me here, and some people in my own industry will disagree with me here. But I've always had the view, and it's my personal opinion, right, that you have one life. I don't want to get to an age where, let's say I'm like quite elderly now, maybe I'm bedridden, whatever. I don't want to look back and think, I've never tried ice cream. Wonder what ice cream tastes like. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be one of those people that like, it goes back to taking an apple to the pub. Just enjoy your life. But have a balance where like you're 80% eating the right foods and you're training. And if you're also adding some fasting into that as well, then your body's going to detox any shit that you've eaten anyway. So, your body's a great detox when you're fasting. But people don't fast for long enough to allow their bodies to detox.
Yeah.
So all this chemicals and all this shit in our foods, it's just staying in our systems.
Yeah, and this is why I don't, like I said, I don't do it intentionally. I just like every so often, I don't fancy food.
80% healthy, 20% let your hair down a little bit.
Okay.
Add exercise to that as well, and a little bit of fasting, and you're laughing.
So
It's the way to live, in my opinion.
really, personally, I think exercise is the best
Professional
way.
opinion.
The best way to go is exercise, really. 'Cause-
Exercise trumps it all,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and exercise is a privilege. And so that's another thing. People got to flip the mindset. People look at exercise as a chore. Oh, I can't be bothered. It's a privilege. You get to 90 years old, you're going to wish you could walk down the street.
Yeah.
Right? You do your exercise now. So when you get to an elderly age, your body's going to look after you. I always say it. Look after your body and your body will look after you.
Yeah.
Problem is we don't look after our bodies. And we're young enough to be resilient enough that we don't see the effects. So therefore we think, oh, I'm feeling great. I'm eating all this crap. I feel great. Yeah, it catches up with you. It's like a debt collector. It will collect. Yeah?
Definitely. I definitely agree with you. So let me ask you something. It's like, how do you stay motivated, right? And how do you keep your clients motivated?
Well, the truth is you don't. No one stays motivated all the time completely. You just don't. That's human. That's a human trait. It's a human nature. Anyone that tells you they're motivated all the time is lying. You're just not. There is a small minority group that have the mindset that can keep going, but that's such a small minority. But majority of people, you're not going to be motivated, and that's the trainer as well. Trainer's going to have bad days, but all you do. It's the same with positivity. When I talk about positivity, having a positive mindset doesn't mean that you're positive all the time. It just means you know better days are coming, right? Same with fitness. We feel like crap, we're not motivated, we try and soldier on because we just remember our goal, we remember where we want to be, and we know that better days are coming. You do a workout, even if it's for 10 minutes, a really crap 10 minutes workout, that's still 10 minutes more than you would have done if you didn't do it.
Rather
And then you go the next week and you're more motivated. You spend an hour in the gym, and then so on and so on. You have good days, you have bad days, and that's just life. You're not motivated all the time. How you try and stay motivated is by focusing on the positives, on the results that you want, on the end game, and just reminding yourself that you're human.
Well, so would you say those, like some of the biggest challenges a clients face when starting their fitness journey? Is it the motivation, keeping them motivated and telling them, like, listen, you'll see the results if you work at it? Because I can't just give, look, I could show you. It's like I can lead a horse to water.
You can't make it drink.
Exactly.
The biggest challenge I run into is where you get someone, they can't do one without the other. When they're training, they will eat healthy. As soon as they have a moment of weakness, that they will call it, which I don't think it is a moment of weakness. I think it's just letting your hair down for one night, and you've got to get back on the horse. You've got to take accountability and get back on that horse. But this is the biggest problem. You will be eating healthy, you'll be training, you'll be feeling good, you'll be seeing results. Suddenly you have one day where you're invited round someone's house, they cook dinner, oh crap, they've cooked something really unhealthy. I don't want to be rude, I'm going to eat it. You've eaten it, now you feel, oh no, I've eaten something bad. And then this is now where I run into trouble, where a client will be like, oh fuck it, I've eaten bad now already, so I may as well go and eat a McDonald's, have a Burger King, KFC, and then they're like, oh, you know what, I don't feel like training today, and then it spirals. And it's, at the end of the day, you had a shit meal. Yeah. Get back on the horse, crack on. That meal's gonna fuel your next workout. That's how you got to look at it. Yeah. Everything's a mindset. Just flip everything on its head. It's the same with training, same with life in general. Find the positives, and that's how you stay motivated.
So, what role does mental health? What role does it play in physical fitness?
Massive. If you think it's a vicious circle, because it's like when you hear, I eat because I'm fat, and I'm fat because I eat, or I eat because I'm depressed, and I'm depressed because I'm fat, and it's all a vicious circle going round and round and round. How do you get out of that? It's the same with what you just said. I've forgotten what you said.
Like the role of what mental health, like physical fitness, how does it play a role in mental health?
I'm not going to drink anymore.
That's all right. But
yeah, no. Mental health and fitness. Mental health. That's the point I was getting at. Mental health and fitness goes hand in hand, because if you're suffering from mental health, you're not going to be motivated to train. But when you do train, it releases pheromones, endorphin, dopamine, like all these things get released, and you feel good about yourself. It's like a feel-good drug. When you train, I'm not using the right technical words today, I can tell already, but
it's Friday.
It's Friday. I've had a drink. It's been a long week. I've been kept up all night with twins, so bear with me. But the point is, let's move away from the technically correct words. Training makes you feel good, right? That's the bottom line. You train, you start to feel good. You might not feel good in the moment. You might think, I can't be bothered to work out. This is hard. This is difficult. Yeah. But once you've done it, you always feel better about yourself. I've never met one person that feels crappy after a workout. You might be a bit achy. You might be crappy at the beginning of the workout, and even during the workout, you might think, I can't be bothered to do this. But once you've done it, people feel better.
You see,
you feel happy.
I totally agree. I used to play basketball for North London. And when we went out for training, but I had the motivation to go there because it was a nice bunch of lads there. There's a lot of them from my school. Yeah, you know what I mean. And just to get together and throw, play basketball and stuff, and then we'll go places. And I look forward to that so much.
So that's another thing that keeps you motivated. But I should have mentioned before is if you make something fun. If you make something fun, you want to keep doing it. But that's just doing it becomes habit. If it becomes habit, you're not even realising you're doing it. It's just part of your life now.
Well, this is what I mean. Doing something like that with a group of people doing the same thing, interested in the same thing, you're having a good laugh, a good time, and you're getting fitness, and you're playing competitive sport.
With my clients, I very much go to the point, what do you want to do? And sometimes I get a bit of cheek and they'll be like, well, you're the trainer, you tell me. Well, no, I want this to be fun for you. I will guide you and we will work towards your goal, and I will tell you what exercises will benefit that goal and what won't, but let's make it fun. Let's do what you want to do. And they tell me, and then I tailor the session to them and make it as fun as possible, because when it's fun, you want to keep doing it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you can't wait. I mean, Martin, when you go and do your thingy-majiggy, chucky man about the mats and stuff, you know.
My Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, when you know, when you go and twerk on the on the mats down there, right?
The moneymaker.
Don't you have a good time?
Yeah.
Chucking people about, you getting chucked about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes it'd be rough. Yeah, but I get it more with team sports. Like I play a lot of football as well, and it's like, yeah, it's always good, even if you're playing shit. You know, like pass not going right or whatever. It's just like just had an off night, but you always feel good. You always get the endorphins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like it. Yeah. What have you? Oh, right, yeah, it just does a weird thing.
No,
No, but it's worth asking them because you could say it was George who was coming, and then you're like, oh, you know, oh, well, you tell me, you're the personal trainer.
Lifting beer cans.
Yeah. you could have gone, oh, well, let's go do swimming and that.
Yeah,
and he's like, I don't like swimming. He's like, oh, what do you like? Basketball. Cool, sweet. There's a court over there. Boom.
Yep.
Run in, come back, I throw the ball, and you got to try and shoot the 3-pointers, and then you're doing your exercise, and
100%.
and then you're like, this is really fun. It's like, yeah, and you're burning loads of calories. You're exercising your whatever else you're exercising. You're like, oh, sweet, I didn't realise this was work. Yeah, this counts.
I met a personal trainer when I was 16 years old. My mum was working in a bar, and I used to go down there, and the barmaids used to all like look after me down there. My mum was like in charge of the bar, and I met this trainer down there, and he knew that I wanted to become a personal trainer back then. I told him all about what I wanted to do, and he said, "Come and have a look at this." Right? I went round his house, like it's all a safe space. It wasn't like anything weird. He had as soon as I say 16-year-old boy going around a man that was like,
From when I heard safe space.
Well, you're an adult, so
We never had safe spaces.
Well, exactly. I didn't even know. I didn't even think about it.
What's a safe space?
But the point is, I went round there, and he had this like this spin bike sort of thing, but it was wired up to a PlayStation.
And he had some straps coming off of it.
No. And he had a racing game.
Whips.
He had a racing game.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're racing against the computer like other cars. And like a Formula 1 game. But to make the car go, you have to cycle. So you get into the game, you want to win that race. You're not even thinking about cycling, you just want to win that race. And I thought it was really cool. I've never actually got one myself, but I've always wanted to. It's on my bucket list one day.
Hold on, isn't that Peloton?
You know what? That's before Peloton was invented. Yeah. So maybe this guy gave them the idea, or maybe this was the early stages of Peloton. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hadn't heard of anything like that until I saw what he had. So it was pretty cool.
So, Jake, I want you to share a success story that stands out to you.
A success story?
Yeah.
What, my own? Or?
Yes, of course. So, I mean, either your own or like as a trainer that you got proud of what you've seen. This person was dedicated. Your story.
Look, I will. It's not blowing my own trumpet because I am proud. I have dyslexia. I have ADHD. I had a lot of learning difficulties in school. At one point they thought that I wouldn't read and write. There's a lot of problems I had when I was young. When I was a kid. I was deaf in both ears at one point. So I could lip read, and then eventually they put grommets in my ears, and my hearing improved, and I had seizures, I had meningitis. There's so many things wrong with me.
Fuck.
A doctor once said that I probably wouldn't make it to the age of like 15 or something. And someone said to my mum or something, they thought I had curvature of the spine, that I'd be in a wheelchair. So really, me just being here is a success. And the fact that I've written books, when they said I couldn't read or write, the fact that I do read and write really well, I had to have speech therapy because I couldn't speak properly. Because where I was deaf, when you're like, I was deaf from the age of like 3, I think 2 years old.
When did you have the speech therapy in Hackney? Because like you sound like you got an East End accent.
I'm picking up all different accents now.
Yeah. Don't pick mine.
But yeah,
you never get a job.
But that's the thing. After this podcast, I might not. I'll be unemployed next week.
Don't worry, you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
No, but all jokes aside, like I read and write perfectly. I can speak okay. Sometimes 1 or 2 words might catch me out, but very rarely. And so yeah, I will say I'm a success. And I think why I do my life coaching is because I want to give something back to the world. There were so many people around me that helped me. I had support teachers and all people that really helped me. And this was the 90s, so it wasn't like it is now, where like you've got so many. We have a better understanding now of ADHD and autism and special needs and all these things, right? But back in the 90s, it wasn't as renowned as it is now. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so that's a success in itself. The fact that I managed to have people around me that helped me get to where I am. So I want to give something back to the world. That's why I've got a emotionally compelling reason to do what I do. And also, I've been misunderstood in my life as well. I've been accused of things. I've been in situations where it's been negative and people's judged me on like my ADHD, not understanding what it is. I've been in situations where it's been very bad and people have judged me. And that's why I think I'm so non-judgmental, and that's why I can do what I do. Because when you judge someone, you haven't been in their shoes. It's easy for us to judge people, but until you walk in their shoes.
I've got a whole episode on judgment, or being judgmental, which we need to bring up one day. So how do you keep up with the latest fitnesses and trends?
Well, this is the thing.
And research.
Right? This is the thing.
Shit.
This is the thing. In the sports industry is adapting all the time. One exercise that we might have been told to do, say early 2000s, now they might say don't do that exercise anymore, it's not good for your shoulder. Or
the humble sit up. There's so many.
Yeah, the sit up.
Just the sit up. What should to get that six pack?
So really,
obviously you can't get it that way, can you?
Well, unless you're Rocky Balboa,
what
you
from
can't
a sit up?
Right, six pack is diet. And then you do the muscle exercises, and doing the full sit-up is...
Well, yeah, you're right. But also a lot of six-packs are actually annoyingly... what's the word? Genetic, yes. Yeah. It's really, really annoying, isn't it?
Mate.
Like, a lot of people out there with six-packs, actually, they just have good genetics in that area. I've known people with perfect bodies, and you would think they skipped leg day. But they didn't. They work hard on their legs. They just haven't got the genetics to build decent muscle there.
Yeah.
So
that's
it always
one
looks,
of the hardest places to build, isn't it? The legs.
Unless you've got genetics. Like, I've always had good legs, and I've never had to work them because my dad was a semi-pro footballer, and he had good legs. And it's just what you build now. There's nothing. You can change your genetics that you pass on to your kids. If you get yourself in great shape, chances are you are setting them up for not 100% definite, but you're giving them a better chance of being fit, having genetics in the right place. If you get yourself, there's a whole thing. If you look it up, you can alter your genes slightly with fitness. Like, it's not a fat gene. I know some people say, "Oh, my mum's fat, so I'm fat." Yeah, it's like, no, you're fat because you've watched what your mum's eaten.
And she gives you the same meal, and you eat the same meal. Yeah.
And so you've grown up watching that.
Look, learn behaviour, talk behaviour.
Learn behaviour. But it is also nature and nurture, because there is sometimes you could have a really fat mum and dad, but you somehow got genetics from your granddad who was mega fit, and you're looking good, but you're still eating poor because of your mum and dad's habits. Yeah. But you're still looking good.
Well, that's another thing as well.
It's really annoying.
You can look fit. You can look fit because you're not overweight. Yeah. And people think you're really healthy, and it's like, nah, you're not healthy at all. You eat like shit. You probably have no cardio or whatever, and then you get a bigger person, and then like you see them playing football or whatever, and they're running around, they're smashing you the loft in the 90 minutes, and like, how's this fat guy just doing me down the wing? Yeah, because he just happens to eat more than he burns off slightly, so he's carrying it around with him. But his cardio is good.
Yeah, well,
he eats healthy.
I knew a really fat rugby player that could run around a football pitch easily 100 times and be fine. But if you got him in a swimming pool, he'd do one lap and he'd be dead. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's the difference. You can train. When you're running on a treadmill, you're just training yourself to run on a treadmill. You're not necessarily getting yourself fitter. You're just training yourself to do that.
Well, you are still fitter though, because your VO2 max will go up from your lungs.
So your lungs will get healthier. Your lungs will get bigger. You will get fitter in that respect, but you're not going to have an all-round fitness. What I mean by, like, you can run on a treadmill for ages, but then go in a swimming pool and struggle. You could walk for a long time, be really good at walking, walk for miles and miles and miles. Go for a jog and last 5 minutes. Like,
You
train your body.
Yeah,
for what
you'd
do.
get fit at that specific thing, but you're still going to be.
You get some lucky people that do have an all-round fitness. It's the genetics again, and it's just a pain in the ass genetics.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing.
Unless you've got them, and then great.
Yeah. Well, that's like a lot of personal trainers.
Yeah.
The best ones aren't the fit ones because they didn't have to try it. They just are like that most of the time. So they generally give you bad advice because it's like, well, just work out, mate, and just eat what the fuck you want. Because I eat when I'm hungry. It doesn't matter what I eat because I don't put it on.
Yeah.
And then I just look like this. Whereas the ones that have to work at it, they know that they've done their research. They've been through the stuff that you need to know, and then they can pass it on to you to help you. Whereas, it's like if you're really good at something and you try and teach someone, you can't necessarily teach them it. You just go, oh yeah, well when the ball comes to you, just kick it and it goes in the top corner. It's like, how?
Yeah.
I just fucking kick it, mate. Go kick it like as hard as you can. It goes in the top corner.
Yeah.
No, that's not normal.
As Mr. Miyagi said in the Karate Kid, no such thing as bad student, only bad teacher.
Only bad teacher.
But no, that's the thing. It is like that, isn't it? It's annoying, but you get bad trainers as well.
You do. Bad teacher make bad student.
But I don't claim to be an expert at everything or perfect at everything, but
Oh, hey, hey, listen, that's the personal trainer. Perfect. You happy? Carry on? Are you carrying on to do personal training?
I used to run a lot of fitness classes. I used to do a lot of one-on-one PT. Then obviously I became oh god, why am I not getting my words out tonight?
Don't worry.
A PE teacher at Tower School. We won't say any more about that.
Yeah.
But being a PE teacher at school, I didn't have the time to go home, be a dad, be a husband, and train people on the side as well. Do you know what I mean? PE teacher was full time, and even when you go home from school, chances are you're sorting out kids' paperwork, and there's so much paperwork to it as well. So I cut back on my PT, but now that I've left the school, I'm starting all my life coaching and PT back up a lot more. So when I was at the school, I did PT and life coaching on the weekends, whereas I used to do it pretty much Sunday to Sunday. But now that I've left the school, I'm doing a lot more of that again. So yeah, building that back up, I think. But again, lockdown, I had 6-7 classes a week that I was running. They were all packed. I had easily 15, 20 people turn up. It's great.
So what kind of, is that like a spin class style thing?
Yeah,
Obviously
so,
not just spin class, but like what you.
So yeah, I did circuit classes.
Oh,
I did
like
stretch
circuit training.
classes.
Oh, okay,
circuit training. I did legs, bums, and tums, whatever you want to call it. I called it Legosars. I gave it my own name.
Yeah,
because my class.
Be different, wouldn't it? Yeah. Everyone knows what I'm guessing what leg, bum, and tums. I've never been, but if I hear Legosars, that might be different. Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I say, when I did work for a gym, they used to throw me in the deep end. Probably shouldn't say this on air, but they didn't care if you're qualified or not, as long as the public don't know.
Hey,
we need someone to teach this class. We've got 30 people turning up. You're not a spin teacher? Well, you're still a personal trainer. Blag it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Spin teacher will be back tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? Just,
and you never know. You might, that went well. Like, we can get him in again and do it.
And this is what they do. And then they have an excuse to send you on a course. They can then justify it to their bosses. Look, Jake covered that really well. Everyone's buzzing. Let's get him on a course and get him qualified to cover our asses in case we get that one person that actually does question whether you're qualified or not. But yeah, I mean, in the gym environment, that's how my stretch class came about. Like, I worked for Onga Leisure Centre, and the Pilates teacher and the yoga teacher were away. I think one of them was ill and one of them was away or something. I don't know. But the gym didn't realise, and they double booked or something, and we had like 30-40 people turning up, and my bosses come to me and said, we're heading home for the weekend, you're on the night shift, but can you cover Pilates and yoga? And I was like, I'm not a yoga teacher, and I'm not a Pilates teacher. And they're like, well, you teach stretch, right? And you understand, you're a personal trainer, you understand the anatomy of the human body. I was like, yeah, you'll be fine. And they left. And I had all these people come in, and they were really annoyed that it wasn't their regular person. We're creatures of habit. And I blagged it. And then funny enough, that's where I first got the confidence to then go off and do my own classes, because I realised just how good I am at doing it. And we had phone calls come in the next day. People wanted me to then start my own class doing what I did, which then pissed off the Pilates and yoga teacher, because obviously I unintentionally took a lot of their clientele.
This class is better than what we normally get.
And that wasn't intentional.
No,
and that's what happened. But then I had the brainstorm, let's leave the gym, rent some cheap halls and do it myself. Cut out the middleman, because the gym were taking percentages off me and money, and I thought, let's just go do it myself. And I did it successful, and I built massive clientele for 5 years, and then we had lockdown, and then it just died a slow death, and now we've got Manjaro
and no pics.
Well, that was probably better for everyone though, because their class might even be cheaper, because there's no middleman. You're like, well, I'm getting paid more, theirs is probably slightly less, and everyone's a win-win, and they're getting the class that they want to get to.
And back then the halls were cheap. Now unfortunately, since lockdown, the halls have shot up in prices. It's hard to find a cheap hall now, and if they are cheap, they're all booked up. So it's very difficult now.
It's the Manjaro. I blame them.
He blames the Manjaro for everything.
No pics.
I keep thinking you're saying like Mangina.
Mangina?
Yeah.
No.
It's just Manjaro.
Manjaro.
It's a bit like, so, you know when you get, is it Hieros?
Gyros.
Yeah, but if you're English, the first time I went there, let's go get a gyro. Gonna get a gyro. What the fuck's a gyro? It's like their Greek kebab. I was like, I'll have a kebab. Yeah, let's go get one. We're pissed. Let's get a gyro. Yeah, I'll have 2 gyros. And looking at me, what the fuck is a gyro? Oh yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. That's sweet.
Yeah, they're nice gyro. Gyros, fuck shit. Yeah. What's this? George, have a salad. Yeah, right. Me have a salad. I like a Greek salad. You know,
well, lots of feta cheese.
No, I hate feta.
I hate
I'm
feta.
not into feta. I'm not. It's just dry.
Halloumi?
I love it. Yeah, halloumi all day long, mate. Grill that shit, fry that shit, raw shit.
Halloumi,
love it. Yeah, you know,
it's so calorific, though, isn't it? I swear, halloumi is really calorific.
Yeah, it's still good for you,
but it's got a lot. It has got protein.
Yeah, it's
got a lot of stuff. Yeah, but I mean, if you're eating a pack of halloumi and then expecting to lose the weight, you're not gonna be like.
It's the exercise. You got to have.
Goes back to what your goal is. If you want to pack on muscle, and you can get away with eating that. If you want to lose weight and you probably want to avoid it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all. But then the more protein you build, there's an argument that more protein you build, obviously, fat and protein, you end up leaner anyway. So that would be the argument to eat halloumi, but it comes down to just moderation with it.
I agree with that argument.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I like halloumi.
You will.
We like halloumi.
So what I'm saying, but I'm the same. I'll be like,
but yeah, you're
this
right.
one's going on the grill. I'm eating this one. This one's going. Do you know what I mean? It's like one for me, one for you.
You know?
But you're spot on though. It's calorific and but
what
most
cheese
nice
isn't?
things are.
But what cheese isn't?
Yeah,
no calorific. Right, listen, Jake. Lovely having you on as a PT, but now. Because like I can't believe the time has gone, and like I only asked you half of the questions that I wanted on PT.
Wow, okay,
So now I just wanted to come on to and say, ladies and gentlemen, Jake is a published writer.
Yeah.
He's a published writer. So you know, I'm going to ask him what the hell inspired you to start writing.
Well, this goes way back. So I was in Ibiza. I was about 11 years old, I think, or 12 years old. And my cousin, I think... No, so I was about 15, and my cousin was about 10, I think, or something like that. We were very young, anyway. And my mum and dad... not my dad, sorry. My mum and my auntie Tina, we were in Ibiza staying in her apartment, and they asked me to tell my cousin a bedtime story because I wanted to get her to bed. And they said, if you get her to sleep... we'll let you sit out on the balcony and have some pasta with us. And me being, I thought, cool, maybe I wasn't 15. That's too old to be told. I must have been younger.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like a reward. You'd be like, I want to go out to the club at 15.
I would have accepted when I was younger.
You know what? No, I was 10 years old and my cousin was 5 years old.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, do I need to write this down? I'm pretty sure. All right, it's all yours. Go. It's all yours.
Now it makes sense because I was thinking 15. Nah, no way I would have responded to okay, mum, when I was 15. But so
you're like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bedtime story. Jog on. I would have said something different, jog on, but
put a Monster Zinc. That'll do.
that's right. But yeah, they asked me to tell her a bedtime story. Told her it. My mum and my auntie listened around the corner, me not knowing. They thought it was really cool. They said, you should write that down. That was a really good story. Where did you come up with that? So I just made it up and started writing it down. I enjoyed it. Then I had a dream about something and I wrote that down. That became one of my books. And like it's just spiraled from there, really. I started when I was about 10 years old. Been writing ever since. I've got 4 or 5 books published out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what kind of are they all?
It's fiction. I haven't written a life coaching book yet. I will probably do that one day.
It'll be my 6th.
But yes.
So like, have you got kids books and then like fiction separate? Or
I would say my books that are out there are for teenagers and adults. I wouldn't say they're kids because, you maybe get away with it, but it's borderline. It's teenagers. So, I'm going through in the books, even though it's fiction. It's a cross between my books that are out there. Eleni Fox. I've got Coleman's Diary of the Island. That was the dream I had. That's separate from Eleni Fox. So Coleman's Diary of the Island's out there. It's very poorly written because I wrote it when I was 14 years old, I think, or 15 years old. I got it published when I was 18. I got ripped off by the publisher. They didn't do what they said they were going to do. I signed a contract. They didn't proofread it. So there's spelling mistakes in it. It's all out there. One day I hope to redo it, but there's a thing called self-plagiarism, believe it or not. And somewhere in my contract I've signed some rights over to them. So I'll have to write a whole fresh book and make it different. Self-plagiarism. That's the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. How can you plagiarize yourself? Do you know what I mean? Like, but there's laws out there. And so one day if I become rich enough, I'm going to buy them out or expose them, like somehow do something. I don't know. But I've written during lockdown, I wrote Eleni Fox. That's out there on Amazon. There's a few other websites that have picked it up. Goodreads have got it. I think I wanted to say Weatherspoons then, not Weatherspoons. I know. Not Weatherspoons.
When did they add it? And I was at the pub. I'm like, oh, what's this book?
Is it Waterspoons?
Waterstones.
No, Waterstones. Yeah.
Not Weatherspoons. They haven't got my book.
Me for a minute.
But Waterstones have got it apparently, but only on their website. I don't think they've got.
I haven't seen a Waterstones shop in. I mean, like bookshops.
Believe it or not, there's one in Haringey, Crouch End.
I don't go that way.
I'll tell you, as soon as I got my books published, I saw a news article that loads of libraries were shutting, and I thought that's just my luck, isn't it?
Online. What's it?
Everything's
Amazon.
online now.
What's that? Amazon book
Yeah,
thing?
so if you just search
Kindle.
So if you type
it.
Amazon Kindle, it's on Kindle. You can buy the physical copy, get it sent to you. You can have it in hardback or the other one, or get it in Kindle as well if you want.
Awesome. What's the name of that book again?
It's Eleni Fox by Jake Dyer.
There you go.
I've written 3. I'm going to write a 4th eventually.
What's it about?
So it's a cross between Harry Potter and Twilight. That's the best way of putting it out there. It's complete fiction. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I was in lockdown. I was watching lots of stuff on TV and I was bored and I just wrote it. Yeah. Came into my head and I just wrote it. So it's out there. I'm writing a detective series now, which is not anything to do with Harry Potter or Twilight. There's no magic or any of that. This detective series I've been writing since I was... Funny enough, it stemmed from that first bedtime story that I told to my cousin. This is the original from there. I've been writing this thing for 20 years, never got it finished. So that's my goal, to get this horrible thing finished now, because it's my baby. I love it. Eleni Fox is out there and I'm proud of it. But that's, to me, Eleni Fox is... I could write 1 million Eleni Foxes.
Yeah.
Right? This book called Carnage... Right, this is a huge series that is massive, and I've been writing it for 20 years. I really want to get it finished, and I'm coming close to getting it finished now, so I'm getting excited for that.
Nice.
So hopefully that'll be out there eventually. That is very adult. Yeah. Sex, violence, detective work. Think Gotham City.
You're right.
Meets Sin City. Do you know what I mean? Okay. It's dark.
Good film, Sin City.
So yeah. So. That will hopefully be out there one day. Hopefully in 20 years' time, I'm not still trying to finish the damn thing.
Mate, listen, what's that thing
about
become
a bit of a burden. It's become a
Yeah.
burden to me now. I love it and it's my passion, but I need to finish this thing now. So, but I'm getting there. I'm nearly there.
Good.
Neither.
Have you ever thought about AI?
AI, Chat GPT.
Yeah.
I think it has its place where you're like for spelling, and if you have a plot hole in your book and you really can't think, you can chat to it and it can maybe give you some ideas. But I try and stay away from it because I think
it's lazy.
It takes the soul out of it.
Yeah,
the problem is
lazy.
Now, it takes everything. I
use
use
not fair.
No,
it's like
no,
it's not. The whole for me as a creative, the whole thing about being creative is your creativity.
Yeah.
If you give something the ingredients, but it doesn't know, all it knows is how to bake. Just
the problem is now is you write a book and someone will say, "I bet they got ChatGPT to help him." You know, and that's the problem now. And it's like it takes away from you as a writer. Like,
yeah, but the people
I enjoy writing, so I'm not going to get someone else to do it for me. You know,
which is
whether it's an AI or
that's what
human.
it should be. Even with painting, with songs, and that's what I was going on to. Is like with songs, people they're doing AI songs, trying to put them out there and feeling proud of it.
Yeah,
mate, put the work in.
The only where it does have its place is like for proofreading and things, where you'd have to pay like a proofreader to look for it all, and then there's obviously human error. That proofreader might miss something.
Yeah.
You know, like I see it in professional books. I was reading, I think it was a Jackie Collins book, and there was an error, and I thought, wow. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's missed that, obviously. You know, I don't know how I spotted it. It's only one error. I think it's a spelling mistake or something. Sometimes writers deliberately put a spelling mistake in, so if someone copyrights it, if someone tries to nick it, it's like, well, actually, if you look on page 45, you'll see that there's this written like this. I think there's methods behind it. I've never done it myself, but ChatGPT comes in handy for like proofreading. Do you know what I mean? Like making sure everything's, you know, written correctly in the right English and so on. Yeah,
grammatically
like,
correct.
Yeah, all the grammar and.
I get you.
know, so
I mean, I use that.
It has its place. It has its place, but as a writer, you want to write.
You want to be. Yeah, exactly. You want to be the creative aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know.
But then I think some people out there just want to make a buck. They want to make quick money, and they will do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know.
So, who were your biggest influences as a writer? Or did you? I mean, some people don't even have influence. Something that influenced them.
I'll be honest. When I first started writing, I was influenced a lot by TV series. So I used to watch a lot of the Batman animated series when I was growing up, right? I love all that.
I still watch it.
I still do. No, I will. I will put it on. If I'm having a bad day, I want to feel good, I'll put it on. When Kevin Conroy died, I was devastated. Right? I was so gutted when he died. That was part of my childhood gone, you know? I wanted to meet that guy. I was planning to meet that guy, and unfortunately he's gone now. It was on my bucket list to do, and unfortunately, like I say, he passed away. But I still watch it sometimes. If I'm working out, I might even, in my mind, as silly as it sounds, I might imagine that I'm a superhero and I'm training for a fight. Do you know what I mean? You've got to get yourself in that mindset. However ridiculous it is, it's in your head. You don't need to tell everyone like I am.
No. See, this is what I'm finding fascinating here is that, as people of the show know, I'm dyslexic.
Yeah.
I have Rob when he comes over. He's dyslexic, and I tend to find with people with dyslexia, they're more creative.
Yeah.
I mean, Rob with art,
yeah.
You with writing, creativity.
Yeah.
Me with an imagination, I suppose. I don't know. But I always see that one common factor, because I think academically we didn't do well because of our level of reading.
Yeah.
Because it didn't make sense. Do you know what I'm saying? And like when I was young, there was none of this diagnostics of.
Yeah. So
it was just you're thick. Yeah, so that's what I got. But as I got older and I realised what the hell was going on, but that's why I tend to find with dyslexics, they're more creatives rather than academics.
Yeah.
They know, they have a vision, they have an imagination, they have things going through their mind. I mean, it depends what field you're in. I mean, if you're a lyricist or a poet or whatever it is, you're looking for things, or a songwriter, you're looking for things to rhyme and stories to write about, and you know, you need life experience to actually write these things and do these things, you know. But then again, when you're writing books that are non-fiction, is that when it's fantasy? Fiction. When it's fiction,
fiction is real, man.
It's real. I don't know. Yeah, so
it's a weird
fiction?
way to do it. Yeah, fiction means like fantasy.
Yeah,
I literally only knew that for the past 10 years.
It's a bit confusing. I don't know why you do it that way.
Like when I was 25, I used to always get it confused. Non-fiction, fiction. People used to say, "What are you writing, fiction or non-fiction?" I think.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So,
I'll go Google it. What the fuck is it?
But yeah, fiction.
Yeah, so it's so your influences as a writer.
Well, like I say, I was very visually influenced when I was growing up younger. So I watched a lot of like Batman animated series.
Yeah.
As I went into a teenager, I obviously started I liked comic books.
Yeah.
I was looking very much. I watched like Sin City and you know Batman 1989 with Jack Nicholson. You know and. The old Batman.
I see. So the characters, are they? How did you develop
Yeah, you know,
them?
a lot of my characters I find are quite dark. They tend to have daddy issues and darkness, which it comes from me a little bit, I think, because I'm not dark, but I have lived in the grey area a little bit in my life. Yeah. But I think it's from watching all the Batmans and all the, you know, gritty fighting, driving too quick, you know, all that sort of stuff that I grew up watching, and I loved it. And then obviously, even in Star Wars, my favourite character was Darth Vader. Like I've always liked that dark character, like that, that you know. And I think I liked Darth Vader because there was some goodness in him. Do you know what I mean? Like I've always lived in that.
They're not just,
you know what I mean?
complete write-offs. They've got complexities to
exactly.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I find I do that with people. I try and figure out people. Like, why are you an arsehole? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I try and figure it all out. But yeah, as I was younger, it was very visual. As I got older and I started reading some books, because I never used to read books. This is the thing, I used to look comic books. So people used to say to me, "How can you write books if you don't read books?" And I was like, that's a good point.
No,
but I did.
No, you're right, because like you don't have to read something to be creative and write your own stuff down.
Well, that's the thing. I find it very difficult. It has to be a really specific, good book for me to finish it. I lose concentration when I'm reading. I get bored. or I just end up putting it down and think, that's really good. I can't wait to find out what happens. And then I never go back to it. Even though I want to, I never go back to it. You know, and I don't know why. Like I say, dyslexic, ADHD, whatever it might be. But I tend to not do that. But the books that I have got through is, there's a Joe Nesbo book called The Bat, which I really liked. I picked it up because it said The Bat. I thought it would be something to do with Batman, but it wasn't. A detective that goes to Australia. Fair enough. And then I like Jackie Collins books. When I say Jackie Collins, everyone's like, oh my God, she writes a lot of like sex scenes and things. Yeah, but she writes brilliant.
Yeah.
It's her writing I love.
Her style of writing.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, she writes all about gangsters and all about lovemaking and all these things. But that's not what attracts me to it. Maybe slightly the darkness of the gangsters and things, and going back to, you know, but I like dark characters. But I think it's the way she writes. I love the way she writes. I try and imitate the way she writes a little bit, but I've got my own style, you know, and that goes out there. So yeah.
No, I mean, like, so what challenges?
The Maze Runner as well. I enjoyed that. I read that.
Like your latest.
Is that better than the films?
I think so.
I've never heard of the Maze Runner, and then the first one came out. I was like, that's a great film. And then the second two films, I was like, what the fuck is? And then the third one was nearly as bad. Well, it's probably as bad as the Star Wars.
Going back to how I don't finish things. I read the first Maze Runner book, loved it. Got halfway through the second one, loved it, but haven't got back to it yet. So I haven't read all three yet, or four, however many there are, right? But I will eventually. But from what I read, I think it's better than the film, but it's always going to be, because you can put more details in books. In a film, you can't put it all in because otherwise you'll have like a 5-hour film. You know what I mean? Like,
But I'd rather the 5-hour film it make. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be better. I'd be like, okay, well that's, or split into 2 and be like,
well, yeah,
come back next 6 months time.
in an ideal world,
like Dune.
But
Yeah. Or
Hollywood and all that don't want to do all that, do they? Because it's money makes.
But you've got a book that you could do into 2 films there, and then there's 3 books. That's 6 films.
Yeah.
And if you could get it like Lord of the Rings, like Harry Potter, like they were money. Every Christmas you're going to see Lord of the Rings and going to see Harry Potter, and everyone would go to see them because they were massive.
But even them, right? I've not read the Lord of the Rings books, so I can't. I'm quoting what someone else said, but they even said that there was still so much more in the book.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I haven't read them, so I don't know.
No, there is lots of bits. Like at the end of it,
I've heard about
they go back to the Shire, and the Shire, the Shire's under attack. Saruman's still alive, and he's burning the Shire down, and they go and kick his ass. Yeah.
So that would have been
and it's like, wait a minute, everyone who's evil should have died. And it's I think it's supposed to be like you can't get rid of evil. You can never get rid of it.
Yeah.
You should always fight the fight against. I think that's the philosophy behind it.
It's a good thing to good message to have.
That's what I thought. I was like,
but we all want to see.
When you hear that, we all
want to see him get kicked the shit out at the end.
And that's good to see. I was like, but when I first said, I was like, you fucking what? No, I've seen the film. It's all happy trees and lovely rainbows, mate. There was none of that.
Yeah,
sensitivity.
But like you say, it's a bit Hollywood to not. They want a happy tie it off. That's done.
Yeah,
everyone can feel good when they leave, so we can. Don't know, tax them more.
I mean, it works. It works to a degree because if you leave happy, you feel good. You know? Yeah. But I think everyone wants to see the villain get done.
Yeah, I mean. You have to be a little bit gullible, thinking, it all worked out all right. Because when does that ever work? Really, it's very rare. Real life. No, it doesn't work out that way. Like,
so Jake, can I ask you?
Yeah.
How do you handle? Well, I should really. How do you handle writer's block?
Wow,
he may never have had it.
No,
I mean, he can tell me.
Well, the thing is. I think everyone at some point in their writing career, or even if it's not a career, whatever, if you're writing, I think everyone will suffer at some point. To be honest with you, don't deal. I didn't deal with it. I had writer's block, and when it passed, and then I wrote again. If I'm honest, it's difficult. You've got to try and remind yourself of. I find what helps me, and it sounds vain. Really weird. If I've not written for a few weeks and I've got writer's block, if I get my own book up in not saved in a Word document, saved as what's the other word? PDF. That's it. Yes, saved in PDF. Right.
Yeah.
That shows that I'm even worse than you.
Jeez.
Right. Right. Saved in a PDF, and then I get it up on a screen. It looks like I'm reading a Kindle book, and I read through my own book. And then I think, actually, this is quite a good story. I'm proud that I've written this, and it fires me back up again.
Yeah.
And my wife would be like, "How can you enjoy reading your own? You know what's going to happen." And it's like, yeah, no, but it's still exciting me. For some reason, I'm enjoying reading this. I'm proud that I've written it. And in a weird way, it's like, I can't wait to see what the next chapter is. Even though I know it because I've written it, I can't remember exactly how I've worded everything. So it's still sort of like...
fresh.
Yeah, and it fires me back up. And that's how I get over writer's block. But
that's a good...
when it really hits, it hits. And there's not a lot you can do about it, I think.
I think it's just waiting for that inspiration.
Yeah.
Something like fire you.
Yeah.
To carry on writing that. It's like, you know what? That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to go. Or you just think of an end goal in that chapter, for instance, and work chapter by chapter, but you'll probably think, right, that'll be nice, and that'll just finish that chapter nicely.
Yeah.
And then you work that story up to the end of that chapter. Yeah. I would say.
Well, I think a lot of writers get themselves in a situation where the publishers are demanding a next book.
That's when it's a problem.
You've got a deadline, and then it's like,
they give you pressure.
You've got to write. Yeah, it's all right if you've got when's that book coming out?
Yeah.
Otherwise, your contract's fucked.
Yeah. And that's when you end up
sloppy writing.
Yeah, putting out poor quality.
You ever thought about ghostwriter or something? Someone that helps you write.
So ghostwriters have their place, but again, you never know who you're getting. You might get some lazy crap ghostwriter. You're paying them and they don't do a good job. and sometimes they want to change things, and you don't agree with
Have
it.
have you ever told your missus the story and then she starts to input her ideas?
No, you know what?
No.
You know what? I really have to struggle to get anyone in my family to read my books. It upsets me a little bit, but I understand. I get it.
I totally get what you're saying.
I get it because
I totally get it.
I get it, and it comes back to you can't give offence, you can only take it, right? So I try not to get upset about it because I understand where they're coming from. You know, you automatically think my son. You know, I want to read it, but you just don't. I don't know. I don't know the psychology behind it, but it's. I know that from a training point of view, I find it difficult to train family and friends.
Oh yeah.
Because I haven't got the same patience with family and friends that I do with other people, and I don't know why that is. I suppose it's because there's a level of respect that isn't there. I suppose because you're their mate. They don't take you as serious when you're telling them to train.
It is different. It's the same with like learning to drive, right?
Yeah.
You go out with your parents or whatever, and it's like you're either like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
Let me go with a driving instructor because they're screaming, they're going, "What are you doing? How can you be?" You know, like everything. Just well, you obviously do this. It's like well, you haven't told me to. How am I supposed to know to do this when you haven't told me? And you're saying it's obvious. It's not obvious. So it's just like you need to walk me through the steps. And I think both parties find it infuriating because they don't know how to explain. It's a bit like they already know how to do it. You should just know because you're my flesh and blood. So you should just know. Like without me explaining, you just do this, and this. But how do I do the first step? We just fucking do it, mate. And then when we get to this, I explain how to do this, and then they don't have to. Again, some people are just good at stuff and they can't explain it. You can get somebody that's much worse, but they're a good teacher at it. And they can break it down because they found it difficult. And then thinking, oh well, I need to work through this. I need to work through that.
I mean, it's my wife will always say to me like, you know, I've got to be careful. She's probably watching. But my wife will say like, you know, why have you not trained me? You know, why are you not keeping me? You're a personal trainer. Why are you not keeping me fit? You don't listen to a word I bloody say because you're my wife. But if I got one of my PT buddies to train you, I guarantee you'd listen to them because it's a fresh person. So, and I also don't have the same patience with her that I would with another client. And I think it's just another human trait, isn't it? It's just human nature. And like when people get upset, you tend to take things out on people close to you. And it's another human trait that we have, unfortunately. The human condition.
It's quite easy to go into that informality as well. Like you can go straight to it. Like, and bring in something that's got nothing to do with what you're talking about. And it's like, what are you talking about? We're talking about this is this fact. This you're bringing this in there, and then it gets complications get involved. So it's just sometimes it's better to just separate it out. You'll get better results. And
100%.
So may I just ask, what advice would you give to an aspiring writer?
Write the book that you want to read. Think of it. Think about it. Right? Don't write. So I went for a stage 15 years ago and I was trying to think, what sells? And I was reading sex sells. Let's write a sex scene. This sells. Let's write. And you end up with this book with all this stuff and it's like, oh my God, it's awful. Right? You know, it's like chaotic, you know? You know, the title's Carnage. It was Carnage. You know what I mean? Like, and then I read somewhere, I think it was I can't remember where I read it, who said it, but someone said, write the book you want to read yourself. And I thought,
good advice.
And so I you know, maybe it won't be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm hoping there's some people out there on my wavelength that will enjoy it. And that's all you got to do. Is just write the book that you think you'd love, and then that's the best advice anyone can give. Like, just be true to yourself.
What would you wish you knew? For instance, what advice you wish you had before you started?
I wish I wasn't so impatient to get my book out there. As in, like, you know, my first book, Coleman's Diary, I just signed any contract they put in front of me because I was so excited, you know, and I didn't even think to read the small print. You don't think, you're just excited. Someone wants to publish my book. It's like, wow, you know. I'm going to be the next Harry Potter writer. Do you know what I mean? You think, wow, you get ahead of yourself. And then it's like it all comes crashing down because then you realise you've actually signed over your book. I don't get any royalties for that book.
You got mugged off.
Yeah, big time.
Basically, you're young, your first time.
Yeah.
They know it. They've taken the piss.
Yeah.
They've obviously made their cut out of it.
Yeah.
You know,
The
and left
only-
you hanging,
again,
swinging.
Where I say from a life coaching point of view, flip everything on its head. My name's still out there. My name's still on the book. So, people might read that book and think, God, there's so many spelling mistakes. It's crap. I won't get his other books. Do you know what I mean? That was awful. That can have a negative effect because it is. The spelling mistakes are terrible in it.
Well,
the story's great. The story's great. Yeah, one day I will. I think.
As you say,
one day I've just got to be careful of that self-plagiarism. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they come after me. I'll be sued for writing my own book.
You'll be all right.
It's madness.
Could you potentially write it? You know, like when you're copying someone else's homework,
Get ChatGPT to just
you
change
get
everything.
it, and they just change all the names and that. It's a similar story, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
You could say what it's based on now, but
They
it's
might-
not.
And the accents, you can change the accents.
They might in the courtroom. They might pull up this podcast where I say I'm going to do it.
You just said it again.
You never said you're going to do it. You said you might do it.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's all
exactly.
hyperbole.
Listen,
They can't nail it down.
Yeah, that's
It's,
right. That's
yeah.
right. The balance of probability tower school.
Look, Jake, I'll be honest with you, mate. I mean, there's only 3 people watching.
One of them's Maya upstairs.
Yeah, one of them's Maya upstairs, and one of them's me.
No.
Don't worry. Honestly, don't worry. Don't worry.
The other
mate.
one's probably the dog.
Yeah,
in the
no.
front room.
Right, I just got to change the subject a little bit, right, and talk about lack of sleep.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. So, did you know about lack of sleep and what effects it can have?
Horrific, isn't it?
Well, I was gonna.
Yeah, it's not good.
Did you know? Number one, we're just gonna do a quick. Did you know on this? 10 facts. Well,
That's not quick, is it?
no, that's not facts either, is it? I mean, a lot of time is.
I don't know.
AI.
Depends. He just starts saying AI and it doesn't double check it.
Yeah.
I'm like, mate, what the fuck is that?
I was like, yeah. I mean, anyway.
Off the cuff, yeah.
Off
Let's
the-
see. There might be facts. They could be standard.
they're probably-
They're probably quite well known, aren't they?
They better be.
I think I read somewhere that sleep is like the natural steroids.
Mate,
As
it repairs it.
It's better than steroids.
Yeah.
So you can do all you want, but if you're not getting your proper sleep, if you're getting 4 hours sleep and it's terrible sleep and that, doesn't matter what you're doing, everything's a write off.
What? Check these facts. You're.
I've just ruined the whole gig then.
Yeah, near enough. I mean, the thing is,
you should have spoke. Get on with the facts.
Number one, right? Lack of sleep can impair cognitive function, making it harder to concentrate, learn, and make decisions.
Yeah.
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 So, yep.
I'm currently on 4 hours sleep at the moment, thanks to the twins. So
man.
I'm living proof. I can say
Operate.
this is true.
Okay. Number two, did you know chronic sleep deprivation is linked to an increased risk of serious health issues such as heart disease, diabetes, and obesity?
Yep.
You knew that?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, did you know this then, matey? All right. Sleep deprivation can affect your mood, leading to irritability, anxiety.
I mean, everyone knows
and
that, surely.
Yeah.
Your mate comes in and they're fucking
And depression.
aggy. Even more aggy than normal.
Sometimes you can even know yourself.
Yeah.
I'm in a really shitty mood today
Yeah.
and I don't
Yeah.
know why.
And
Yeah.
you just snapped at someone for no reason.
Because you've had no sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sleep is so important. Did you know even one night of poor sleep can affect your memory, reducing your ability to retain information?
Yeah.
Did you know? You knew that?
I mean, I'm figuring it out tonight. I can't get my words out and I've not had much sleep.
Oh, was there
There
you
you
go.
go.
Oh my
There you
gosh. Did you know lack of sleep can weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to illnesses?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 6. Did you know sleep deprivation can impact your metabolism, potentially leading to weight gain and difficulty losing weight? Did you know that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
He knew these things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely know all about the sleep.
I didn't know that one.
Did you not?
No one, no.
Yeah, sleep affects a lot. It affects. You can gain weight, not have enough sleep.
Yeah, jeez.
Because your body repair, like all the stuff you're doing in the gym,
Yeah.
the business bit is the sleep. If you don't get the sleep, then it doesn't matter what you've been doing in the gym. It's not paying off for it to actually do the.
It's repairing, it's fixing.
But
it's
did
building.
you know that 8 hours sleep? They always say they recommend you to get done in eight. What is it? Well,
6 to 8.
6 to 8 hours sleep.
I thought it's more, isn't it?
Recently, they've started saying 8 to 12 hours. I think it is, but they're just throwing numbers out there. There is actually a minority of people that can function perfectly on 5-6 hours sleep. Not many, but they're again, it comes down to one shoe fits all. They're throwing numbers out there. Same with body mass index. You could be super muscly. You go get your body mass index checked, your BMI. And it'll say you're obese, but you're not obese.
Yeah, like a big
one shoe fits all again.
Yeah.
And they're doing that with sleep, and it's fear mongering a little bit because.
Have you heard of Ronaldo's sleep pattern? So he goes. No. I've heard that the 4-hour window is good. After that, it's kind of like oversleep. So I think he sleeps. He sleeps like 4 hours, wakes up, does some stuff, and then sleeps for another 4 hours. Then have like a nap for an hour, and you need like 45 minutes for like some sort of like sleep benefits to take place. Rather than sleep the full long thing, he takes a nap, gets up, then have a 4-hour slot. So he'll get like 10 hours in, but he'll do it broken up, which sounds chaotic. But I think if you're used to it,
goes back to what you said about food, eating when you're hungry, sleep when you're tired. We tend to try and sleep even when we're not tired. Like, you have to get that 8 hours. We have to go to bed at this time. Like, if you're not tired, sleep when you're tired.
Yeah.
But because a lot of people work 9 till 5 or whatever, 2 till 10, or all these shifts and things, you can't just sleep when you're tired because you're working. You know what I mean? Like, so it messes up a lot of things, and that's where it comes back down to how we were as cavemen. We should eat like we did when we were cavemen, which are pretty much veg, meat, whatever you can get hold of. Exercise like you would with cavemen. Pretend you're hunting for food. You have to get that cardio in. You might be lifting stuff, throwing an animal over your shoulder, loads of things. Train like that, eat like that, and sleep like that. Back in caveman times, I imagine they weren't in a comfy bed. They're in a bloody cave. Cold wind blowing, an animal might stumble in through the night. Like, you're not going to be sleeping 8, 9 hours, 10 hours.
Yeah.
Whoever these people are that come up with all this, all the scientists, all the scientific evidence behind it, I do feel they're fear-mongering a little bit, and they're just chucking numbers out there. Like cholesterol. Who made up the cholesterol number? Like, if you're over a certain number, you've got high cholesterol. But again, I know people that have lived healthy that would be considered unhealthy if you looked at their BMI and cholesterol levels. It's just a number, again, that someone has put, and it's not one shoe fits all.
You see, I saw a video.
There's a book called The Great Cholesterol Scam or something out there.
Well, I don't know about the book, but it was a case of
never read it, but
basically lower Alzheimer's disease if you got high cholesterol.
All right, okay.
And something else, and how they're giving you these tablets that's why there's been a big jump in Alzheimer's and stuff, because like they're reducing with what they called to reduce cholesterol, those statins.
Oh, statins, yeah.
Yeah, and the side effects of those is causing a lot of other.
If you look at a lot of illnesses, the medication, the side effects outweigh the
benefit.
Yeah. But the thing is as well, right? You want people to get 12 hours sleep or whatever. Stop putting all the sugary shit and all the processed and chemicals in all the foods. Stop, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're making a society, and then you're fear mongering, and you know that 90% of people aren't getting 12 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? You're working, you might have children, you might have things going on, like, do you know what I mean? You're not getting that, and they keep putting that number out there, and it really bugs me.
I love my
Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, yes, they were on steroids, and yes, but they were training a lot, but they actually didn't get much sleep. If you actually look, they'd get up at like 3 a.m. They'd go to bed at like 10 o'clock, sometimes 9 o'clock, but mainly 10, 11 o'clock at night. They'd get up at 3 a.m, sometimes 4 a.m, and start their training. So that's not 12 hours sleep.
No.
And okay, the steroids help boost them, but they still looked in pretty fucking good shape. And if you read all the sleep things, then they shouldn't look like that. Even though they're on steroids, the sleep should counteract it. So I don't know how much I believe in.
Yeah, but they weren't just getting 4 hours sleep. There's no way.
No, not all the time, but the way these studies make it sound is like if you have one poor night, you're fucked.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean that
do you know what I mean?
last
Like-
one. It's like, yeah,
like-
if you don't have perfect sleep, but you get
And-
one bad night, like you say, like the twins could have been up all night. You
Yeah.
got like 2 hours sleep.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
your
well,
whole life's ruined
yeah.
now.
Well,
and it's like, what?
I actually read somewhere that it says you can never replace the sleep that you've lost. I mean, what's that doing to your mental health?
Of course you can't, because
Wait,
it's already gone. Like, yeah, you're gonna have
But-
to do it next
But they're
time.
making it
Obvious.
sound like you can. But yeah, if you break it down like that,
Yeah.
fine. But if you just look at that, you're making it sound like you're never getting that back. Oh my god!
So somebody's robbed it from
I'm
you.
messed
Yeah,
up
yeah,
for
yeah,
life now
yeah,
because I've had to put.
okay, yeah.
And I'm very much against. You should try and get as much sleep as possible. There's so many benefits to it.
Yeah.
Like your body regenerates, and that's where all the goodness happens. But don't put a number and pressure people because it's horrible.
No, I hear that. I hear
Sleep when you're tired. Get as much sleep as you can, but
But I also
don't
think
label it.
You can't get it all in one go. Like, I don't think, go and just sleep in 12 hours, but you got 4 hours the night before.
Well,
That's going to replenish you. I
The
think like, you
Ronaldo
need-
thing is interesting. I've never heard that one.
Yeah,
So-
I remember seeing it, and it was like he naps quite a lot. He does a couple of, the power nap, the classic power.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have a power nap and you wake up and I feel like so shit. Like, I really shouldn't have gone for that nap. But then a while later, you're like, I feel really good. I'm glad I had that nap. It's just if it impacts you getting back to sleep again
See,
afterwards.
I'm not throwing a negative spin on it because I'm a positivity life coach, but I'm also I set realistic targets for my clients. And when we talk about stuff like this, Ronaldo's got the time and money to have all the right food, have his own personal trainer. He has time to have 4 hours sleep, get up, do what he wants, and have another 4 hours sleep. I know he's still got to play football on the weekends and train and stuff, but they train for a couple of hours in the morning.
But that's what he does it in between, doesn't he? He'll do his workout, eat something, go for a nap.
Yeah.
Work out, eat something, go for a nap.
But this is where like the media's wrong again, because they put out all these pictures of like bodybuilders or like celebrities that look great, right? But they've got the time and money to get themselves like that.
Exactly.
When you're working a 9 to 5 job or 2 till 10 or early hours morning 4 a.m. till whenever, right? You will train where you can, but you haven't got the time to get all the protein. It's so hard to get the right amount of protein in your diet. It's a lot harder than people think. Like, to actually pack on proper lean solid muscle. This is why I have the debate with my female clients when they say, oh, I don't want to lift too many weights because I don't want to get bulky. I say listen, there's people that train 5 times a week lifting heavy weights and they still don't get bulky.
It's
Do you know what I mean?
difficult,
Like,
isn't it?
you ain't going to get bulky. Right, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you
it's-
haven't even got the testosterone.
yeah,
for
it's
doing
so
it, yeah.
hard to actually pack on muscle. You have to eat so much protein, and most of us don't get enough in. And that's sleep, protein, training. We don't get enough of it in, but we don't have the time.
Chicken. I like
We don't have the
chicken.
time or the money, so you end
Well,
up
this
buying
is-
cheap food, which is actually poisonous. So yeah.
Or you just go, I've got all I can eat is chicken and rice, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, you can't. You don't have to just eat the same thing.
Yeah.
I get
You
bored
get
of
bored
that.
of it,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'll just go and Greg's and eat all the donuts in the shop.
I
And it's
haven't been Greg's for like at
He
least.
said he kept
2
seeing him and
months,
like I was
a
like,
month.
mate, what are you walking past when I'm doing jiu-jitsu? And he's like, oh, I'm getting my breakfast. Yeah, what, 2 steak backs? I was like, for fucking breakfast? He's like, yeah, steak in it. I was like, mate, that's like 800 calories. Why are you eating that? And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, but it's steak. It's good. I was like, there's about 4 cubes of steak in that, mate.
Yeah, I know, this is the problem.
And the rest of it is all gravy and oily.
And
Nice one, Mark.
most of it's that pastry,
Thank
mate.
you. It is.
That is the
Gravy's not the
problem.
big
No.
thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of salt in it. Yeah, but
The thing is, I've stopped eating it because I've had one lately, a couple of times, and it's given me a bit of a stomachache. Do you know what I mean?
don't get me wrong, I love a steak bake, mate. But like,
Yeah, but no. It's every time I eat any of their products, it's
Yeah.
just making me
It's probably
feel.
the oils and stuff
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
cook with,
I get that with I love chicken and chips, like. But if I get the hot wings, I think spice and then the oil. You just know next day. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to make sure
Yeah.
I go before I
Yeah.
go to work. Otherwise, the whole working day, I'm thinking I need to go back home and sort myself
Go have
out.
a big old vindaloo down the curry. you know the next day
Yeah.
you're going to be suffering.
Yeah.
Put the bog roll in the fridge,
Mate, I have to. No, I'm not saying. All right,
But
moving
isn't
on.
chilies good for?
Yeah.
I've heard chilies are
Yeah.
good because they like help
Burns
you
fat.
burn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
because of the spice.
The problem
yeah.
is, right, so you get the chilies that burn the fat, right? but then you get all the fat they put in the sauces.
Yeah.
And it's you're burning the fat, but you're adding more on. So it's like
leveling out.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So you end up not doing anything.
Yeah.
So chilies on their own burn fat. Lemon burns fat. There's so many things, but it's all the shit they put with it that counteracts it.
I love chilies. I eat chilies all the time on pizzas. Fresh chilies.
Cold food, right?
What do you mean by cold food?
So anything that's not heated, right? Your body wants to heat it up when you eat it, right? So they're burning calories when you're eating cold food. But again, it comes down to the food you're eating is counteracting the calories you're burning anyway. So it ain't doing.
This is the thing, because I heard about beer and pizza diet. Have you heard about it?
I haven't.
Doesn't mean the beer and beer.
Like Jake, what he just said about keeping your body at a certain temperature. So, an ice cream. Yeah. That's what it's: beer, ice cream, and pizza. To eat that to lose weight.
You could do, as long as you eat less calories than you're burning, you will lose weight.
I agree.
But you won't be healthy.
No, I totally agree.
Again,
but I
say looking fit and being healthy are two different things. You can look fit and still be completely unhealthy on the inside.
Yeah.
You can be super healthy on the inside and look a shambles on the outside. Do you know what I mean? Combining both is difficult. It's doable.
Totally, I agree.
When you want to cool down, you don't have the cold water. It's so hot. I have the cold water, like you say, and then the body's got to heat the cold water up. So then it's using the calories, it's burning it, you're making you warmer. You need like the horrible, like tepid water, not at the hot tap.
Well, that's why they would say drink tea in a hot country.
Yeah.
Because your body tries to regulate it.
Yeah. So it doesn't need to do anything.
No,
you can just, if you like to.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind Chinese tea. I fucking hate English tea.
I don't mind. I like jasmine tea.
Jasmine.
Yeah, Chinese tea.
Is that jasmine?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think there's jasmine tea, Chinese tea, there's green tea.
I've got green tea. Yeah.
There's lots of different green tea. There's just lots of different
varieties.
All different, like Chinese. They're really big over in Asia.
Yeah. I mean, there's black udon tea and stuff. Anyway,
well, they say to train, don't they? When you're sweating loads, that's sweat is fat crying. That's what they say, right? But
I thought it's water.
It's just your fluids.
That's what I mean. It's not. It's a myth. That's what I mean. It's just salts and nutrients coming out your body.
Yeah.
You actually burn more calories training in the cold.
Yeah.
Your body's trying to heat up while you're training, and you get hot. When you train really sweat, it's good for you to sweat it out. And but cold training is already. I mean, I
feel it's good.
Swings and roundabouts.
I feel it's good mentally when you're doing it. I'm dripping with sweat. You feel like, I feel like a kebab sweating all the thing out the mouth.
The mental effect of training, sweating.
You feel like, I've had a good workout because my t-shirt's soaking wet. But really, you could go swimming and get out and have a shower, and you wouldn't know if you're sweating or not, but because the water's keeping you cool. But
Exactly. All right. So, did you know long-term sleep deprivation? Did I read this already? Can affect hormone balance.
Have you slept? You're reading the same thing again.
It was. I'm sorry.
No, you haven't read that one. But they're all pretty similar. Like, it's going to affect every part of your body.
Yeah, exactly. That's how
negatively.
Yeah. Exactly. That's how important it is, man. Your hormone balance, including hormones that regulate stress and appetite. It'll affect that.
Well, your cortisol and stuff.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
What am I, a biologist? Then we got...
Nobody asked that.
Lack of sleep can impair... Did you know, lack of sleep can impair your motor skills, increasing the risk of accidents and injuries.
They should just cover it all and say lack of sleep just affects everything.
Yeah, lack of sleep will fuck you up.
Right, yeah.
It's like, when you've got your phone on or your PC, you've left it on for ages, you haven't turned it off. Sometimes it just starts fucking up and you don't know why. All you got to do is turn it off, leave it for a bit, turn it back on, it has a little reboot. Yeah. That's kind of like you. If you keep not having... You're on constantly and you're not resetting each time... You're going to fuck up. Stuff's going to fuck up.
If you run a car battery constant, what happens? Do you know what I mean? Like, oh no, that's not a good one.
And
you know what I mean?
It stays charged.
It stays charged, yes, that's a bad one. But you know what I mean? If you leave the battery on, I mean...
Yeah, you're running it without running the engine.
Your car like that.
You're draining it. You're not recharging the battery. You're draining the battery constantly and it's going to run out of juice.
Well, that's an electric car, isn't it?
That's what
That's any car, mate. Your car battery doesn't... How do you start the car? With a car battery?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. So if you just left the key in and the battery's drained, and then you try and start it, it's gonna be shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna go.
Didn't think that one through, but
It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's cool. We can appreciate that.
Did you know?
8. Did you know? Yes, lack of sleep can impair your motor skills, increasing the risk of accidents and injuries.
We just had that.
Shit.
I did know that.
Sleep deprivation. Did you know? Sleep deprivation can affect your decision making, often leading to riskier choices.
Riskier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had lack of sleep and I chose to come on here. Is that a risky choice?
Yeah.
It's a very
Well, there you
risky
go.
choice. You shouldn't be. And the last one, did you know? Chronic lack of sleep can even shorten your lifespan, as it's linked to high risk of death from various causes. Ooh.
Yeah.
So, Jake, you, as a healthy man, what would you recommend to people who can't sleep?
I mean,
That's a fucking loaded question, isn't it? How do you answer that?
Well, I don't know. As a well-being,
I
from a
mean,
well-being angle.
the thing is, it depends on the severity of it. If you're not sleeping all the time, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
That's when you may have to seek some form of medical
Advice.
I don't like having. I believe in prevention's better than cure, but if you're at that stage where you're not sleeping at all, you might have to research and help yourself. No one's coming to save you. You've got to save yourself. So you've got to figure out what's going on there and seek help.
What about drugs at that point?
I mean,
Slippery slope. I get
is a
yeah.
slippery slope because
Yeah.
doctors will always recommend drugs. That's what they do.
Sleep tablets.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
night nurse
I
or
mean,
whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Alcohol.
I mean,
Yeah, but
But-
then what? You got to drink every night to go to sleep. Exactly, that's what we're saying. Slippery slope.
but it gets to the stage where the negatives won't outweigh the positives because if you're not sleeping, you get to the stage where you do anything to sleep.
Yeah,
I mean, wasn't it Michael Jackson that was getting put to sleep because he just could not sleep all the time? Isn't that like how he ended up dying in the end? Because
Is
the
it?
doctor
overdosed him.
overdosed him.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, there's conspiracies around it, but
Yeah.
he could never sleep, and he was having drugs. But the things and even Elvis Presley, I think, was on some sort of, because when you're active all the time like they are, your brain can't shut down, but once you go down that route of taking drugs to go to sleep, then you find you end up needing drugs to wake up, and then before you know it, your body's become dependent on this, and that's where it's dangerous. But I think if you can, my recommendation would be to look into mindfulness. Try to relax yourself as much as possible. There's a lot of good things out there now. Mindfulness is one of the best things. You just listen to the voice of the music, try and shut off, relax, and hopefully you get to sleep. But it's a horrible situation if you can't sleep, man. Because I've never been a great sleeper myself, so I'm not the greatest for advice on that.
See, it takes me ages to get to sleep.
So do I.
But once I'm asleep, I'm out. I'm out for the count. Nothing can wake me up.
Yeah.
You know, apart from the alarm.
My wife would put her head on the
Well,
pillow.
even the
She'd be
alarm, mate.
out within seconds. I envy that. I envy that.
Yeah, I struggle, but once and then when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I don't want to fucking get out. I don't want to go. I don't want to go
Big time.
anywhere.
Yep.
And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm late. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, and it's not. I hate my job. It's like I just like sleep so much, and I should have gone to bed earlier.
Yeah.
But I couldn't.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Like,
If
do you know what I mean? You're like, sometimes you go to, I'll go to bed at 10.
and you're staring at
And,
the ceiling.
and it's like, it's 11:30. I'm nowhere
It's
near going to
worse.
sleep. I'm going to have to watch something till I feel tired enough to like, oh, what the fuck am I watching this? I should be asleep. And then you just kind of go to sleep, but then you only get
Yeah.
6 at the most.
Reading a book
I know.
tends to put people to sleep at night. Like sometimes reading can really tire your eyes, and you end up dozing off. But there's no right or wrong answer because everyone's different. Annoyingly, it comes back to that one shoe don't fit all. It works as a positive thing, but it also works as a negative thing because one shoe don't fit all, which means one bit of advice might not work for you. You got to figure out why you're not sleeping. Only you can save you. You got to participate in your own rescue. No one's coming to help you. You got to go out there and do it and figure out what's going on.
I think it's that when
Could
you
be
have
diet.
overactive mind.
Yeah, you can.
That is my problem.
Yeah, same.
You know, it's just constantly thinking. I'm like, what the? Just switch off, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if any of you out there who are dyslexic have the same kind of thing, I mean, you don't have to be, but why do we have an overactive mind?
Yeah.
Just constantly thinking, what are we thinking about? And it's like, sometimes you're thinking good stuff, and then it's thinking bad stuff, and then you're thinking work, you're just constantly thinking I just like to just switch off. So I just have like a technique, like I have YouTube playing in the background, like a distraction of some sort. Even the news, just have the news playing and someone's talking and it's distracting you.
Mate, I can't have that.
The
That'll just
news
keep me up.
there's no such thing as good news, is there? On the news,
No, but it's just the voices. They'll just send you because
I have a friend, and they would fall asleep with the TV on. I'm like,
I can't.
I can't fuck it. I'll be up all night because the TV's on.
No, I put it on a timer.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I put it on a 30-minute or an hour's timer. And even
So what, you're gonna go to sleep in an hour then? Because I might as well just turn the fucking TV off right now because it's not doing anything. It's just pissing me off. I'm trying to sit.
And if I woke up,
I'm getting wound up. This cunt won't shut up.
And if I woke up at 3 a.m. and the TV was fuzzy, I think it'd freak me out. Come on.
Imagine if you put the timer on, it's just like shh, and it's like the clown of a fucking saw or something. Some weird. The thing's coming out of the TV. Yeah.
Poltergeist, that old film. Okay.
I find exercise.
Yeah.
If you exercise enough, so you're really knackered.
Yeah.
Your brain's like focusing on. I'm so knackered. Like, this is aching. That's aching. Like,
Yeah.
Then your brain's going, I need to focus on something else, and then you like fall asleep. But it will wake you up for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
so,
I
I would try and do exercise before I have a shower, and then just go straight to bed.
It's going to sound
Sit
like
there
a
for a while.
cliche, but it's going to sound obvious coming from a trainer, but exercise really is the cure to most things.
Yeah.
Like, or prevention for most things. Like, the benefits of exercise outweigh so much. Like, there's so much evidence that exercise does so many things. Like you say, with the sleep, with your mood, how you look, how you feel. Like, that's just so much. Exercise, life. You live long. You tend to live longer when not always. Like I say, there's you see professional footballers drop down. Do you know
with
what
the
I mean?
heart problem.
Yeah. I do believe when your time's up, it's up. That sounds horrible, but but exercise gives you the best chance.
But you might buy yourself a couple of years.
Exactly.
Here and there, or more productive years, or because if you're living those years bedbound, is that really what you want?
My granddad's a prime example. Right, he's 95 or 94 years old. I'll have to check with him when I get back, but he's definitely like mid-90s nearly, and he's so active. You wouldn't know he's in his 90s. He looks like he's in his 70s or 60s.
Yeah,
like you would not know he is 90. He still looks good. I mean, now that my nan's bedridden, he's starting to slowly look his age now. I think his wife's not well. Like, he's not walking as much as he did because he's with nan all the time in the bed looking after her now. So that's taken a strain on him now, and I'm seeing, for the first time ever, I'm seeing him looking old now.
But that sounds like, for me, that sounds like a lot of stress on him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to leave her.
Yeah. So he's not going for his walks now.
He's probably not sleeping as well. He's thinking about her constantly, 24/7.
Yeah.
Even if he's getting his 20,000 more.
And she's gone a little bit down the route where it's not quite dementia, but she's forgetting things, and she doesn't know where she is and stuff, and it's horrible. It's horrible, It's
like,
so for the first time ever, my hero, my idol, who I've always looked up to, my granddad, I'm finally seeing him as an old man now for the first time. Like,
at 94?
Bloody hell, that's what I mean. And he's only just started. He still does his press ups on his chair and stuff, and it's admirable, really. I've got a video on my Instagram.
And I feel that's good as well, because he's got the routine, isn't he?
Yeah.
You get up.
Yeah.
I've got to do this. Got to do that. Keeps you motivated. Like, well,
but he's what I call army fit. There's a different, like, you can be fit, but then there's military fit. It's a different level.
Yeah, it depends where you draw the line.
They have the mentality. It's drummed into them. Like, he wouldn't know any other way now. It's drummed into him. Yeah. Like. So he automatically get up, make his bed, polish his shoes, do his press ups, like, because he's been in the military. It's just drummed into him. So
you're talking about the military. Would you, if the draft came back?
I knew that was going to be the question.
I'm for it.
national service.
Yeah, national
I
service.
knew that was coming. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to do it.
None of us would have to do it. We're too old.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
but
why I'm for it. I was in the military very briefly. I was in the army. So
excellent, nice one.
I'm all for it. So yeah. I think it teaches discipline. It teaches fitness. Teaches valuable life lessons that a lot of our teenagers, a lot of our kids seem to lack these days.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, respect is a big thing. So you give respect, you get it back most of the time. You know,
it's like, stop these idiots running around giving it like they're gangsters. You know, plastic gangsters doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know, maybe learn the value of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but there's just.
But even the army now, I don't think the army can talk to people and do so. I think a lot of, even in the army now, they
have to
tread carefully.
Yeah, because it's like the acceptance of letting.
Yeah.
I'm not other people in, like, I'm not blaming females, but it used to be you had to do like a certain amount of things. No, so you can have a separate.
I know what
if
you're
a
saying.
Man, they should go, look, if you're a man, you have to do this. If you're a female, you have to do this, because that's acceptable parameters. But then they're trying to keep it on an even platform, as in, you're all going off to war, you all need to be at the same thing. Because if you can't carry your comrade off the battlefield, then,
mate,
I don't want to be in your squadron. I want to be in the ones that can. If I'm injured, I'll carry them. If they're injured, I'll carry them, kind of thing. I get that. There's nothing against females being in there, but I feel like the standard should be
equal,
separate
with them. Yeah, well, either have well, I mean,
if I'm 50 kg and I've got to carry you, I've got no fucking chance.
No, but the thing is, that means you're going to have all female units.
Yeah.
So if it's like 20, 30, 40 women going to battle with their units, so they're strong enough to carry their own units.
I've met some female units that could probably carry me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's horses for courses. If you've got a bigger lass, she could be 6'2". Yeah. She could carry me easy. So she's in my squadron. That's no problem. It's when you've got her mates in there, 5'3", but then they had to do 20 press ups or something. It's like, and they're in. It's like no. What? I had to do 50, and I had to do like 30 pull-ups.
Well, this is what you're saying. Regardless of whether you're female or male, make sure you're suitable for the role.
Well, just like a fireman.
Just
like even a policewoman or police person. What they called nowadays? Police people.
I don't know.
Like it's all them. They in
officer.
Police person.
It's an officer.
WPC in my day.
It's officer.
Right.
Officer.
They're not officers though. They're constables.
Officer. Police officer.
Police constable.
You just want to say
no, it's from a colonel, sergeant, and so on. Is an officer. They're constables.
Police officer.
Yeah, police
Excuse
constable.
Me, officer.
Constable. Personally, I'm just saying. That's what you know.
You got a fixation on that first bit.
No, the constable.
Something on the brain.
But no, the point being is that I've seen 2-3 women trying to arrest one bloke, and they can't do it.
What happened?
You know, I mean, like, there's the SAS, right? The SAS, they wish they had more women in their unit, right? And this is from some SAS bloke that's come out and he's saying, look, we wish you had more women that can cut it, but they can't, you know? And we want women in it, but they just can't cut it. It's not, it's biology, man. Simple as that, you know? I mean, like, are you going to want a man carrying you out of a battlefield, or like a 5'2" woman who honestly, someone who's like, this is what's happened, Jake. They've lowered down the training standards. So rather than women coming up to the standard of men have come down to the standard of women.
Right.
For the entry, so you can get into it, the exercises, the passing, you know, and you're basically weakening the military because they're not a lot of men. I mean, it's like you got to be, even for a man, you got to have a woman standard to get in. Women, I mean, like, look, there should be like sports. Women in women's sport, men in men's sport, and that's the whole point. There's two categories because they cannot compete with each other. It's impossible. I mean, like, look, man, I was watching like a 15-year-old. I don't know if you've seen it. They played against the American national football team. The boy, and it was like under 15-year-old. So the youngest lad on there was 12. And they battered them 7-2, something like that. I don't know if you've seen the videos.
I haven't seen the video. My father-in-law was telling me about that.
I've seen the videos, man. And it's like, they just keep giving it. They had the retired Wrexham football team play the American, again, the top women's team in world football, and they got battered. And it's like, it's embarrassing when these women give it. Oh, we're better than men. And I've seen stuff on Facebook, right? That women, England team women coming out and saying we're better than the men. We've drawn. You're like, what? And the comments I've seen. Why are you competing against men? What is your problem? That's a different competition. Don't you think you should focus on yours? And when you start bringing in the kind of TV money and crowds, when you start attracting that type of popularity for your sport, then you can start demanding more money.
Comes back to what I said about going back to you can't give offence, you can only take it. Again, if everyone didn't give a shit, like what you just said, why compete?
What? Just stay in your lane.
But
is what I'm saying.
You know, it's a slippery slope. It's a difficult thing to discuss because everyone has their own views on it. Everyone feels strongly about. They've all got emotionally compelling reasons.
I understand. Look.
But I have the mentality of everyone just needs to work on themselves, get themselves better in a place where you just don't give a shit.
No, that's fine. But if your house was burning and you're in it, who are you helping to come and get you out? Right. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, you're expecting the best, the strongest to get you out. You're not depending on like and even then, like, you got little men because they've lowered down the standards. So you got even like weak men going in there. It's not right. And this is, it's not just in the fire brigade or the police service. It's in the military, you know. It's just not. It's not.
It'd be the same though with, so like if you're trying to hit quotas with races, genders, and all that. If they're not capable of doing the job, if they're not up to that standard that was previously set, why are you now allowing them in?
Well, that's what it needs to come down to.
To hit. You're like, oh, well, it needs to be this, and this. It's, no.
Keep to that standard that you had.
If it can do this, fine. In you go, mate.
But that's what it needs to come down to. Not sex, whether you're a female or male. No. It's just whether or not you can do the job.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. You said there's some females that could.
I agree.
I know what you're saying.
Could smash it. Like, it's like, yeah, fine. Yeah. If you're capable of doing the job, I've got no problem with you being there. It's not a case that you're female. I can't get on with you. It's in general, because that's what you're talking about. In general.
Yeah, in general.
But
they are the exception.
But yeah, there are elite. You know, you can always pick two outliers. That doesn't help the overall. Just because this specimen of a physicality of this woman is, oh, she can do that. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah. Do you know how many people can do what she can do?
Not many, mate.
Like 0.001 of the population. It's fucking crazy what she can do. Good on her. Like, great. Yeah. Got no problem with it.
Yeah.
But just say, oh, well, she can do it. Go on, girls, you can fucking do it. It's not fair on the girls, is it? It's like, well, I'm 5'2" and I weigh like 50 kg.
Okay, we'll lower the standards for you.
Yeah, okay.
That's not right, because like not only is she endangering her comrades, she's endangering herself as well as her comrades. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because like, but
if she could work up, that she could lift twice her weight.
No problem.
Fine, great.
This is what I'm trying to
good
say.
For her, like.
But the reality reality is that is not the case. You know, the case is, if I was to put this question to you, a simple question: who's stronger, men or women?
Physically, biology, and science backs this. Men are physically stronger.
Why are we physically stronger?
It's just the way we're built.
And why are we built this way?
Well, again, goes back to
why.
I mean, I'm not God.
How can you say that? Yeah.
If God
how can you
exists, I don't know.
Okay,
But I know what you're getting at.
we're built like this. Men with testosterone, the hunter-gatherer.
No, why are we hunter-gatherers?
Although these days,
To hunt for
I'd argue that
Why?
women.
You can just say why.
These days, there's a lot
because
of
to
weak men.
survive, we had to hunt. We had
Why
to
was it
gather.
us? Why was it not the females?
Because they were the weaker, the weaker of physically weaker species.
But they could be more intelligent and trap people.
What I will say,
Yeah, but they didn't.
what I will
They could
say,
do.
weren't.
we are the only species on the planet that put females as weak, even though physically we're built stronger. Physically, all right. You wouldn't say, "Oh, that's a female shark." That's all right. Well, that's a female lion. You know what I mean, that's still a fucking shark. That's still a lion. Do you know what I mean? We're the only species that actually labels women as weaker. But it is a physical thing.
And that's what I mean in physical strength.
But, yeah, I know what you're getting at.
But okay,
you know,
the caveat: who's the leader of the pride?
well,
The lion.
usually,
The females aren't individually attacking. The males fight out for that
yeah,
because he will.
yeah.
So
He's the don,
so I don't know.
and it's always a man it's always a male in the animal world.
No, it's not always a male. There are stronger females. Some of them split over. It depends which
Yeah, I mean-
species it is.
Such a, I mean, I'm thinking like the
There'll
mammals.
always be an
What
argument
mammals are
for
you
both
thinking?
sides on this, but
What off the top of my head.
mammal? I'm just hold on. I just want to get this one. What?
No, you said animal. You didn't say mammal. You didn't
Okay,
specify.
well, all right. Pick an animal.
Like praying mantis straight away.
Praying mantis. Okay, then you're talking about
There we go,
the black
back.
widow.
One nil.
Those are
1-0 to mine.
They-
Boom. You can't come back to that.
Yeah, okay.
Chop your head off when
They're
we mate, and then
those-
fuck you
no,
off. Yeah, see you
those
later.
are insects.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
What's an insect?
Okay, it's
An
a little-
animal?
No, it's not an animal.
Why
It's
is it not an
insect.
animal?
It's an animal. Is
Insects come under
Animals?
mammals, primate. You know, they're all in a group
Okay.
of animals. Is the top bit, yeah? And then you're talking about the subgenres of an animal,
All right.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
So,
now we're talking about animals, the big one.
yeah, but then the black widow doesn't she?
Is it?
She her
Is
her own-
arachnid?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's-
which is below. It's an animal, yeah, and then arachnid to specify. It's not an insect. It's not a mammal.
I'm gonna.
It's not marsupial.
I'm gonna get back to you.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
you
But-
think about
so
that
we're
for the
talking.
classifications.
Okay, so you got two species.
Which two?
What we just said, the black widow.
Arachnids.
And,
Arachnids is the species.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
talking about a
Alright.
thing in arachnids. So
There-
we're talking arachnids. Yeah,
I mean,
spiders.
there are
There
a
are other
lot
things.
even in the aquatic world.
Okay.
Like certain fish, like the females are twice the size of the male. You know.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure there are some female mammals that are.
I'm just trying to
better.
think of one.
I would argue now that females in the fitness and gym are fitter than men. You see so many women now in the
They
gym.
may be
training,
fitter, but they're
getting
not
fit.
stronger.
Well,
This is what I'm trying to say.
the men of today. might not.
Yeah, that's part of the design to effeminate men, to make men effeminate.
Okay.
You know, because every man is being labelled as toxic. Because masculinity is labelled as toxic. So if masculinity, it's a difficult word for me to say, is toxic, therefore you're not going to have masculine men.
Yeah.
That's going to be trying bred out of a man. To not be a man, to try and be effeminate. But then again, women don't want effeminate men at the end of the day. They want a man who can protect them still. Do you understand? So it all goes back to hunter-gatherer, the caveman, you know, of what a man did to survive in those days. When you're talking about caves opened, yeah, and bears and dinosaurs or whatever the fuck can wander in, them man had to fight off to keep his family alive, or a clan. A woman wants protection. And any woman that says that listen, a woman wants a man to be a man, like a man wants a woman to be a woman. If you had a woman who was like a bloke, who's challenging all the time, who had more testosterone than you did, you're going to be like, what the... Everything I say, you challenge. That's not what it's about. It's about one leads, the other follows. I'm not talking about.
When you say it like that, though, I don't agree with that. One leads the other. I'm going to say it, and you're going to do what I say. That's how you're. That's how it's meaning.
I know you don't
it.
mean it like that.
Yeah,
but that's the problem where feminists will pick up on that.
I know, but that's the sensitivity. Listen, feminists.
I mean, I'll pick up on that.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. But I don't think there should be a label, like, as in, like, if you're toxic, you're toxic.
Yeah, but
whether it's female or masculine.
What is toxic? I mean, when did this come about of being toxic?
Poisonous. It's aggressive. It's like harmful behaviour for no benefit. It's not you saying something and me disputing it, and then you're going, well, you're just being toxic because you don't agree with what I'm saying. So that's what's happening. They're saying something, you're going, no, that's bollocks, and then you're going, why? Because X, Y, and Z, and then they just go, toxic masculinity.
The thing is, you can't. The problem is now in today's world is we're going against our biology, like you say. Like, it is difficult. You can't hate someone for something that they can't help, that they've got testosterone, which tends to make you more aggressive. Doesn't mean you're an aggressive lunatic that's going to attack everyone and smash everything up. But that's where toxic masculinity is wrong. To even label it, because you can't help if you're masculine. You can't help if that's in you.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is,
being a traditional nurture argument. They want to try and nurture everyone.
As in the traditional, is what I'm trying to say from the caveman days. To being traditional, the man goes out and hunt. The woman I don't even know if she cooks the shit in them days, but she would look after the babies. I take it, while the man goes out to hunt to bring food back for the family. And as far as I know, that went all the way up until, like, the 1980s, 1990s. It's after then the rise of, woman, like the toxic femininity, not femininity, the toxic feminists, them hardcore feminists. You don't need no man. You don't need to go stay at home and have babies. You should go out, get a career and all that and the other. And then what happens is their biological clock goes tick, 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 because they've been focusing on the frigging career all the time.
Right.
Then they can't have kids.
See,
where you could have had your kids first, get them out of the way, and then look at a career if you want. But no, that's what feminism and society has made women.
It's very hard to do that after. You'll be 25 and then you haven't focused on the career, and then you're going in
but what's
against
more
people
important?
that are 18.
You see how women get to a certain age, Martin, and know their biological clock is ticking, and they wish they had kids.
Some do, some don't. Yeah.
The majority of women, because they are women, I get broody, and I'm a man. Do you know what I'm saying?
But you're quite.
I love kids.
You're quite emotional anyway, like. I am. Because I don't know, you're a bit more
Greek.
Hormonal.
The thing is, right? The thing is, it comes down to.
You're like.
Emotional.
Yeah,
that's I'm Greek. Yeah, I'm passionate. It's
because I'm passionate.
You're
Greek.
You know what I mean? It's not like I'm Italian. These Italians are like Greeks. For fuck's sake, get this right.
You're similar.
It comes down to, regardless of whether biology, science says we should be one way, whatever people do, as long as they're happy, as long as they're just getting on with their lives. Do you know what I mean? Like, as long as they're not trying to force their views onto other people and just get on with their life. See, this, when we say, the lefties, it's a problem with the left and the rights, and the feminisms and the masculinity. There's nothing wrong with masculine. There's nothing wrong with feminism. There's nothing wrong. What is wrong is the extremists. There's nothing wrong with the right side. There's nothing wrong with the left side. There's nothing wrong with feminism. There's nothing wrong with masculinity. It's the extremists. And that's the problem. The person that killed Charlie Kirk, right? He doesn't speak for the whole left side. That is an extremist, right? Same with the rights. We get extremists. And this is where, and it all gets blurred and the media take over. So same with, not everyone's racist, but you get an extremist that is. And this is why, and then the media gets hold of it, and then suddenly everyone's painted with the same brush, and we're all judging each other, and we're all having opinions here and there, and we're all upsetting each other, and it comes back to that, what I always say, you can't give offence, you can only take it, work on yourself, don't give a fuck what anyone else wants, or what anyone else is doing. If someone wants to focus on their career and then regret not having babies later, that's their problem. Right, I'll get on with my life, just work on yourself, find, if you're looking for a nice feminine woman, find a nice feminine woman. If you're looking for a masculine woman because you're more feminine yourself, find that. That's the world we're in now. Not everyone agrees with it.
Yeah, so
but we've got to get on with it.
With the trans thing,
unfortunately,
if you so you know like the woman wants to go out and earn the bacon and you be the thing at home, could you not just be like that as a man but think, well, that's not a man's role. I feel like I'm a woman and I felt like that since I'm young, so I must be trans, so I need to have a sex change.
No,
I'm just saying that's a thing there, because the thing about trans I don't get is maybe more than just this, but this is a big thing for me. Is it's like the shame, you know, when you can't be gay. Okay, but I mean, if you're gay, you're gay. It's fine. Like, nobody really cares. They'll take a piss until you say I'm actually gay, and you go, oh well, you were acting very feminine. You're actually gay. Okay, well that's fine. No one's going to take the piss now.
No one cares.
Yeah, but you haven't. It's because you haven't said you're gay. We're taking the piss. Like, oh, well, you fucking. What kind of bag's that? Like, well, I kind of like it. It's like, are you gay? Saying, yeah. Oh, well, that explains everything. Why didn't you say before? We'll just leave it at that. But if you're a trans and you're a man,
yeah, okay,
right,
yeah, okay.
and then you become a woman,
yeah,
are you now? Surely you got to be a lesbian, because otherwise, in my opinion, you're just going to be gay in denial. As in, you can't. Gay's too shunned in society. You can't be true to yourself, or what? You just imagine yourself. You want to get fucked like a woman. I don't know. It's confusing me. You want to be.
It is gay. It's just gay.
Surely you are. Because if I'm a man, I become a woman, then I'm gonna go for men, right?
Yeah.
So that's gay because I'm a man.
Yeah.
But I want to be treated like a woman. I don't understand. That's the bit I don't understand.
Yeah, because but you're supposed to accept the fact that they're a woman.
I mean, I find.
Well, it's not a fact.
Gay's not confusing to me. If you
Sorry, I worded that incorrectly. Not a fact. Sorry, Mark.
You have to apologise to me.
Yeah, no, it's that. This is what I'm talking about. They're deluded because you're not woman. You're not a woman. You're just you're just dressing up as a woman. You're woman in face up.
You see, the thing is, men have dressed up as women for a long time. You
So?
look back. The problem is,
It doesn't make them women.
No, but it goes back to the extremists again, and you get the extremists on both sides that cause the trouble, and then most people just want to get on with their lives. They don't give a fuck. It's these extremists on both sides that cause all the debate, cause all the arguments, and then it all blows out of proportion, and then all this hatred stems. And if, like I say, just we always fear what we don't understand, and I think
It's not
from a straight male perspective, it can be difficult to understand why someone would do that. But until I can't understand it because I'm not them.
No.
But again, we live in a world now where you've got to be so careful how you word things, what you say. And I just look at it as, if I offend you, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you. But I can't give offence, you can only take it. And I keep going back to that. People need to work on themselves. And whether you want to dress up as a woman, it's up to you. Biology and science says you're not. But if it makes you happy, I don't give a fuck. But that's how I look at it.
What I'm saying is, I don't care which way.
Just don't try and force your beliefs onto me.
If you want to have a sex change,
go
and
and do what you want to do.
Do that. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to understand it. As in,
for what reason? If you're doing it,
why you'd want to do it.
I don't think
because you're still going for men.
I don't think unless you are a trans, I don't think you will understand it. You just have to accept it.
But I don't. So there must be some. Otherwise, it's illogical. That you must be able to explain how you feel. You say, I feel this way, and the only way I can, only way to resolve this is through this action. I feel like this needs to happen because of this, and this is the action. Do you know what I mean? There must be some sort of process, which I've not heard that makes sense to me, or logical sense, which must mean there's some sort of disconnect there, which would lead me to maybe you've a bit of like counselling. Maybe this isn't actually what you want.
See,
you've tricked yourself into thinking this is the way
But
to
this-
make you happy.
Sorry,
I don't know. Like I'm
No,
just
that's the
I'm
thing.
trying to get my head around it because
No,
when you flip it into, I'm
Martin.
like, well, aren't you gay in denial? As in, society will shun you because you shouldn't be gay. You should be heterosexual. So if you're a woman, now you can go out with that man, right? Because now you're a woman, you're
yeah,
a man.
Yeah, I hear you.
We can now be together
Mate.
because man and woman are together. But it's
yeah.
like that you're a bloke,
Yeah.
though. So can't you?
You can never get pregnant. You know, you're not going to have periods. Not that you want that stuff, but you still have. You're a man. You know. I mean, listen. Love who you want. Be who you
I
want.
don't care if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, that's,
do that.
That's
I don't
not the
care.
problem. Do you know
I
what
don't
I mean?
care. I'm just
It's not
trying to
even a problem.
understand. I'm just trying to understand it,
Yeah,
and
what-
and then you're going to take offence of me being
What
you're
the
being obnoxious or something.
Mate, it was called a mental illness a few years ago. Do you know what I mean? It was like, what is it? Body dysphoria, dysmorphia? What the fuck? Get those.
Dysmorphia, isn't it?
Whatever it is, it was under the NHS, the health system, as a mental illness. It's a delusion, just like anorexia. You know what I'm saying? And this is what it is. It's being made to be accepted as normality. And it's being forced on us. Even this is you know what? The trans community had no problems until all this stupid shit started coming out. You know what I mean? That it didn't even have anything to do with them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's people like running around with this stupid coloured flag, you know what I'm saying, going on about this, and these people just want to live their lives alone.
And that's where I said about the extremists on both sides.
Yeah,
Like,
but this is what I'm saying. You can say both sides, but it's not both sides forcing shit into people's face. It's one or the other. This is where you got to understand. Like, yeah, we could sit here and try and be liberal about things and say, well, you know, they're both on either side of it. You know, they're both extremists. Yes, we do have both extremists, but they're not the ones. Who are the ones forcing it? Even the trans community itself is like, I'm sick of this shit. Because they've been demonized by these idiots out there going into public schools, right? With G-strings on and doing story time to kids, right? With their bollocks hanging out. Is that, and their mums giving them dollar notes to put into their thing, like
What are you talking about? Is this real thing?
yeah.
What?
Yeah, I've seen it with my own eyes, mate. On YouTube.
What? A guy's gone in the G string. And,
They call it story time. What is it? You know them you got them shows and you got a woman that dresses up as a man. What they call?
yeah. Oh, drag
queen. That's it.
Drag time, story time. Or something.
There you go.
Drag queen story time.
Near enough.
But
Right.
I don't have. Drag
Right.
queen is a drag queen. That's not the same as trans.
Yeah,
drag queen
but
is
that-
just like
but
I
the-
like dressing up as a woman on
that's-
the weekend.
that's fine.
And I might be funny like what Paul O'Grady used to do.
Mate,
that's a complete separate
That's
entity.
not like that though. It
That
wasn't
I
like
can
that.
understand that.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that. It was a case of like they're wearing the skimpy. They look like strippers, mate. You know what I mean? They're opening up their legs, they're jiggling out their ass at story time. Bollocks is hanging out on the side of their little knickers, what they're wearing. Do you know what I mean? In front of kids, the mums are all like cheering it, you know. And the mums are giving their like 2-3-year-old toddlers, right, $1 to give to them, and I'm like, this is so wrong on so many levels. Do you know what I'm saying? You got these, like, you should be in a strip bar.
Yeah, that's where that's not.
It's not a place for a school.
It's not a place for a library. That's what they're doing. They're going to libraries and doing this
it's
shit.
not about them, the trans. It's about
Yeah.
nudity. You shouldn't be
The whole exposure.
Well, hold on a
be
second.
exposing
Look at that
anything in
LBG, the Gay Pride Month, right? Families are going to the Gay Pride Month, and these people are like basically naked, mate. This is all in America, right? And children, families are there, and they're like, ooh, exposing their children to this shit. This is what I'm trying to say. It's, again, parents need to take responsibility of what's going on here. What are you doing? Them children, they would have been known as flashers back in my day. Do you know what I'm saying? That's an arrestable offence, exposing yourself in front of kids. But they allow it now. And this is what I'm saying. Just because it's a kind of acceptable thing, it doesn't make it right. You know, it doesn't make it right. Use your frigging brain that God give you and say, you know what? This is not right. You know what I mean? Do what, and this is what I'm trying to come from, Jake, is that the trans community don't want to know these lot. The gay community don't want to know these lot. They're bringing bad vibes to them, bad juju to them. The way they're running around doing these things in front of kids, you think these decent, just because of your sexuality, doesn't mean you're not decent. You know, and they have decent views. You know, they have decent outlooks. Like, hold on a minute, that's not on.
But again, that's where it comes back to the extremists, doesn't it? They all get painted with the same brush because of these extremists. And
I know, and that's the shame. That's where the shame is coming from. You know what I mean? That these extremists are allowing this and want this to happen. This is the thing. They're more free. You're liberal. You're free. You're this. You're that. You know what I mean? But like, bruh.
But that's what sells on the thing, isn't it? That's why there's so many idiots about now, because nobody wants to hear their sensible opinion. You know, it's a bit like, how'd you lose weight? What's your diet and your exercise, and you got to be consistent, and that's fucking boring. There must be some magic. There must be some secret. Tell me the secret.
Wants a fast fix.
Tell me the secret. Where's that pill that you're taking? That gonna get 3 weeks later. Yeah, that secret Hollywood pill that they all take. It's like, well,
on,
yeah.
Say the name of the drug. Go on. You can't remember it, can you?
Hold on a second. Manjaro.
Yeah.
Manjaro.
You missed his cue. I thought he was going to say it.
Sorry. I was.
Have you seen that guy that has he's had implants to make him look like he's got muscles?
Yes. Yeah. I did
That
see,
is
I
fucking
did see,
cheating.
I
Why?
did see
And I don't get that as a man. Why you'd? Maybe as a female as well, but as a person that build yourself as a, why would you want that? Sorry. Could you help me lift the fridge?
That comes down to self-vanity on a deep level.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He's got his face pinned back. He's got these pieces of plastic in his arm. You couldn't lift the fucking sandwich, mate.
Same reason women get all their lips done and all their,
the BBLs, the bigger breasts as well.
It's all
butt
vanity
lips,
to try and attract the opposite sex.
Silicone injected into their face.
Do it the real way. Not women with their lips and boobs, but I'm talking their breasts. But men with six packs and things have got.
It's got to be a real six pack. You know what I mean?
Mate. I wouldn't want it if it's not, unless it's real.
If he did it and it looked real, I mean, as much as I don't agree with it, do it the right way. Fair play, it looks real, but don't even look real. You can see it's fake. I mean, like, it's ridiculous.
But isn't that
not in a t-shirt though?
Well, yeah.
When he's got his t-shirt, he's like, I feel amazing. It looks like he's got big biceps and that. You can't even pick his fucking backpack up properly. How weak he must be, because he doesn't look like he looked like almost prisoner of war.
It must be uncomfortable though, having stuff in you.
It's got to be, man.
He's got to increase. You know how much like poisoning a lot of birds get from the silicone from that.
You know what it is
here on his chest and. He's just begging for one of those to leak into his system and get poisoning, mate.
You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is.
What is it?
It's like getting a Vauxhall Corsa, right? And putting like a 1.1 litre, right? Or maybe a 0.8 litre engine in it, you know? Putting all the flash wheels on there, the spoiler, the paint job, bigger exhaust looking pipes on there, but it just performs the same. It's weak. Yeah. It's just the outside looks pretty.
I thought you were going to say, get the Ferrari... lift the chassis, the whole cover off, and put it on top of the Fiat Panda, or whatever the fuck it is, and then pull up the lights, and you still can't pull away any quicker. You're like, what the fuck is that? Yeah,
you could have put it like that. I mean, that sounds good. I like that way to put it. Okay,
but when it's parked up, that's my Ferrari out there.
Yeah,
get the bird in there.
Yeah. Which I've seen some. Oh God, anyway, I want to say. Right, I'm going to give you the last question for the evening. Right. Would you tell anybody if you won the lottery of like 30 mil? What would you,
anyone?
Yeah, I mean,
not
like,
deliberately.
I mean, what would you?
When I fly past in my helicopter, it might be obvious.
Yeah, would you tell anyone? I mean, who would you tell if you did tell anyone?
I think it's risky and dangerous, and I think if you're boasting and telling everyone you won a lottery, you're just asking to get robbed, and you're just asking.
It's just problems, isn't it? All over that, yeah.
I think it's better to live humble and just go on nice holidays where people don't know you, that don't announce it to the world. I don't think That's my personal view. And then on the other hand, I'd love to live in Bruce Wayne's mansion. Have all like, have my
You
own,
want a cave, innit?
Have my own bat cave.
Yeah,
like,
that's what you
have
want.
a Batmobile. So there's the ego side that wants
But you don't
to,
need to tell anyone about that.
No, yeah.
That's for you, isn't it?
Yeah, there goes Jake and his
you can go and
tank.
you just go, what happened? It's like that book fucking took off in Norway,
Yeah.
and it sold out, and then it's gone. You go, really? Yeah, mate. I'm self-made. Oh, good on you. Not.
Yeah.
But if you went, I won. You lucky. I'm so jealous. What a horrible person you are because you got like. What's the difference of? You could have got lucky with your book, but you put work into the book. But then 1 week you went, fucking, I've had a bad week. £2 on that, lucky dip, fucking forget about it. Oh shit, I've won.
Yeah.
There's no different. You're still the same person.
Yeah.
You're still going to be a nice guy, but next thing everyone hates you if you tell them you won it from the lottery.
And then all your friends will want a little bit.
Yeah, give us a minute.
And if you do give them, because I've always said if I won the lottery, the people that have been good to me, I'll be good to them. Thankfully, not too many people have been that good to me. I wouldn't have any money left. But I'd always sort them out. But then there's that dangerous line in there of, if let's say I won 50 million and I give you 500 grand, you're going to think, he didn't even give me $1 million. You've got 50.
There'll never be.
There's never be enough, will there? Like, what is the limit? And then you try and sort out your family, and before you know it, you ain't got no money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've gone through it somehow.
So, when I've been asked this question before, you'd have to draw up a contract of going, I need to have a word with you. Come, right, I'll give you a 500,000. You have to sign this. You're not allowed to speak. If you tell anyone that I've give you this money, you owe me you owe me $1 million.
Yeah.
You have to sign this.
I see you've thought about this. I like it,
because
Martin.
if I give it
like
to you and then you go and tell someone that I know, where the fuck? Don't tell anyone. But have you heard George? Fucking Martin's giving him a fucking fucking what? Yeah, he's giving me 300 grand. Oh, I'll go ask him for. So do you know what I mean? Everyone's gonna come fucking leeching. You didn't know them from. They didn't want to know you. They thought boring as fuck. Next thing, Mark, best buddy, come on, fucking, how you doing? Blah blah blah. Can you give me some fucking dough on the side?
You know what I would do? I would buy a publishers, right? And I would buy millions of copies of my book so it looks online that it's really popular. I pay people to put loads of good reviews on it and just get it out there. Do you know what I mean?
Wouldn't you buy the publisher that sold you the bum deal?
Buy them and sack
Buy
them.
them out and sack them all and then go,
Yeah.
I'm going to re-release this book with no spelling mistake.
But I'll put a positive spin on it because I'm a life coach, you know. I'm not sacking you, I'm releasing you.
Into the wild.
Well, no, if you did that and you
Here's a payoff. Bye.
But they would be paid off, so it could be good. So you can think of it as like, redundancy pay, there you go, and you can get another job, so you get paid out. Because if they had a good contract, if they've been working for that long.
So
they might have even retired, the people that screwed me over. Who knows? I was about, 17, 18 when I signed that contract? 18 I was,
yeah. Well, see, you at that... Oh, if you were 18, you can sign. If you was under 18, that was illegal.
18. I was 18. I was 16 when I got involved with the publishers, but I didn't sign nothing until I was 18.
They were waiting for you.
Yeah.
Like one of those pedo guys. They're waiting for you to get to 18, then we can fucking screw him.
Yeah. And then that's what happened. I got royally screwed.
Yeah, as long as it didn't hurt. Or did it? Yeah. So you wouldn't tell your family, not just family. You wouldn't tell anybody.
There are some people I would tell.
I think you'd end up accidentally.
I know they would keep secret.
How?
I think you'd accidentally do it. Even if you don't want to, you'd end up telling someone, or one of your mates will let it out the bag, or your family. Like, it will happen. It will get out somehow. But I don't think you should go in front of cameras and announce it to the world.
Nah, you know that when you see we're Mike and Sheila and we just won the 100 million. Yeah. Look at this. It's like
everyone's looking for you now to break into your house and try and.
You can't have the friends that you used. The whole life's gone now. You have to have a new life.
Yeah.
Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, well, I think you wouldn't. I wouldn't necessarily tell people, but I'd be like, the way I'd ask the question, I'd be like, "Why are you asking me?" And I'll go, "Look, there's this," and they go, "What the fuck?" I'm saying, "I'm not saying anything. I didn't give you this, so like, oh God, this is a nice house. How much is your mortgage? Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's this much. Oh, so if I went like this and give you that, and they went, what's that? I was like, I didn't give you this. This never happened.
Yeah.
You take that. I'll be very happy. We don't talk about this again.
I think
That's my way of telling them. Like, look, how can I help you without anybody finding out me helping you? Because I want to help you. Because that make me feel better.
I think I'd have to open up a business. Like, I'd have to open up some gyms, some life coaching centres, some publishers. I'd have to do passionate things that mean something to me, but at the same time helping others. Because I think if I've got that sort of money, if I'm lucky enough to have won that sort of money, like the universe has given that to me for whatever reason, whether you believe in that or not, right? That's how I would look at it, and I would think I want to give something back now. So I'd have to do that as well. And also, you're never gonna, if you won like 50 million, 100 million, or however much yours, you're never gonna spend that in a lifetime. But I think it's important to do something with it. Enjoy it.
Could.
But that's the thing.
More money, more problems.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure you know women?
Huh?
Are you sure you know women?
Well,
100 mil.
my wife might take my bank card shopping. You're right. I might go through that 50 million after all. But that's why it's important as well to open up a gym, have some sort of finance coming in, just in case.
This is where stick with me, mate. I feel like Norway's banging this book up, and Sweden's having it now.
Well, the
Look,
thing is,
take my card and go. She'll be like, I've just fucking bought those houses. All right, yeah, it's fine enough. Don't worry about it. You're like,
all jokes aside,
spent 100 grand. That's nothing.
But all jokes aside, finance, finance, what you do with your finances is important. You hear about professional footballers; they earn so much money, but when they retire, I mean, it's not so bad now because they've got actual people that help manage them. But in the past, they'd retire, they've got loads of money, loads of time, which is a very bad combination. And then they've got all these expensive houses and mortgages and cars and all these things that now they're getting no income coming in, and the money slowly runs out. I mean,
if you don't know how to look after your money, look after the pennies.
You've got to have some sort of income coming in.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're in that lifestyle,
even with that money,
you're just chucking it because you just get acclimatized to this cost that, doesn't matter because you can chuck the money, it's covered. Doesn't matter, I'll just get it out, pay it, fuck it, doesn't matter. Because it's not like, oh, how much to do this, mate? Fucking hell, well, I might do that myself. Whereas, come on.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, go on.
1 million.
Yeah, fucking. No, it looks good, doesn't it? It's like, how much to pay for that? Fuck, you could have got me around there, would have done half of the price. I mean, and you get into that world, like you say, and then next thing, done my ankle in, I can't really play, the contract goes down, I can't pay for this, I'm divorced from the wife, the kids are still, we had 5 kids over there, this bird's giving it.
Got to make do with what you got, right?
You got octopus,
while
you're
getting
pay out
it.
with 8 arms.
Because you don't know, a lot of people don't think about tomorrow, mate. A lot of people.
But you have got to live for today as well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, live for today, but think about tomorrow.
If you live in the future
tomorrow may never
much,
come,
though,
mate.
If you live in the future too much, you're going to have anxiety.
It's a bit like,
if you live in
go
the
and
past,
enjoy your curry, mate, because you might have a heart attack next day and you can't have the curry tomorrow. Like,
I understand that, but
it's a hard balance.
Because I put out a life coaching thing recently when I said if you live in the future too much, you're going to suffer from anxiety. If you live in the past too much, you're probably going to be depressed or sad. So if you live in the here and now, you're going to have more peace. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be smart with things and think about
your bills.
Yeah,
put some money away for that. Or
that's what I mean. It doesn't hurt to save for a rainy day.
Yeah.
And be smart, but try not to focus too much on the future because that's where anxiety sets in. Like, at the end of the day, if you get diagnosed with something, you're on your dephbed, you're not going to be worried about those bills next week. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you got to live in the here and now because you just never know.
Oh shit, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this note on a bit of a dark one there. Shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you very much for coming down, Jake. It's been a great evening. I had so many questions lined up, but as you can see, our time has flown by, and it was all on.
What are you saying? You need to get them down again.
You need to come down again because, I've only given you not even half of the stuff I wanted to ask you on the fields that expertise in, you know. So
I'll come again. Let me know when.
Definitely, definitely. Love.
It was good. It was a good session, this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
no,
I really enjoyed this one. Nice in depth. I hope you had a lovely time on my podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like button and subscribe, and you'll get us. There's plenty of videos you can go back on. We used to go once a week, but we're, you know, doing it maybe once or twice a month now. So please do tune in. Please put your comments down if you're not watching live. Subscribe, like, and share. And have a great week. Because when is it? Is it next week? That's Halloween.
No, the week after.
It's the week after. Well, enjoy your scary period of the month.
It's literally 2 Fridays.
2 Fridays away.
Yeah, not next Friday, Friday after, 31st. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the George King Talks podcast. We've had our special guests here, Jake and Martin. Thank you very much, mate, for coming as always, bro.
All right, mate.
All right.
Thank you.
TikTok, take care.